allergies, this can be a tough time of the year. So breathe easy this spring with Renewal by Andersen's energy-efficient windows and doors. Improved indoor air quality is just one great benefit. Renewal by Andersen's beautiful design with a variety of color options bumps up your curb appeal too. And during their 30-day spring sale, you can save $325 on every window and $825 on all patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Visit rbafla.com for details. Expires April 30th. Some restrictions apply. And if you're looking for a new career, great news. Renewal by Andersen is now hiring experienced window and door installers. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to rbafla.com for details. License number CGC 1527613.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
Look at all the complaints that our competitors have on their BBB ratings. GimmeTheVin.com is a 5-star rated company. We do what we say we're going to do. It's that easy.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Lose weight with semaglutide, available in either shots or tablets at Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. Opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. Lots to get to today. From everyone is freaking out to a mysterious video of a woman being kidnapped and big updates on the daylight carjacking story. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
How we doing?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
That's right. It's when you share the show, tell somebody about the News Junkie radio show. Hit that like button over on the stream if you're watching. Or just send the podcast to somebody. Say, I like this show. And that is how you send the show. That is how you share the show. Oh, to Share the Show Tuesday. All right, let's get into things. I am insanely... I don't think I've ever been like this before on the show. Just as distracted as I could be. I wish I was. That might be a better option, honestly. I'm just very, very distracted with personal stuff today, and I'm going to try to push through. And for me, I don't want to get into too much at the moment, but I guess being distracted and maybe like just trying to do the show will be better than the alternative.
Just sitting in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and so that's the move for today. I might have to leave at any point in time, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now.
We got you covered, buddy.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys yesterday because I know you had like zero advance notice. I mean, you guys essentially knew what was happening, but you didn't know that yesterday I was going to have to not be there at the last minute.
A lot of personal stories, I would say, and the dispatchers were a very big help.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I did not know the hot topic would be types of meat.
Oh, really?
As well. What was the other one?
Loud cars.
Loud cars.
A lot of loud car talk.
But we got through with it, and thank you, Josh, as well. Fowler, the artist formerly known as Pinkman, for coming in. But yeah, of course, Sean. I mean, we got you covered, always.
No, I truly appreciate that. It's just one of those things. It's and like I'm worried when I do get into this, I'm just going to be a wreck. But we'll get there when we can. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse to see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours, and we go to the world of technology. And in this
tech.
Well, this will be a sport at some point. Us versus the robots. That will be the actual sport that's happening here. This is a company called Throwflame, and they thought this would be a good idea. Here they go.
A couple dudes. What is that? That is awesome.
Awesome. What? Out of your mind?
I mean, just the way it's presented in the video is awesome.
This is a robot with a flamethrower on it.
Surrounded by flames.
Yeah, this is very end of world-ish, I would say. And this thing is just a peek into what we're seeing probably 50, 100, not even, 10 years from now, for God's sake. Just dosing the flamethrower. Who thought this was a good idea? It's jumping. I like the hop.
And the EDM music, perfectly timed as well.
Yeah.
What's hilarious is last night we decided to do a throwback movie, and we watched Terminator 2. Because we recently caught a little bit of Terminator 1, and Ashley's mind was blown because she did not know that in the first installment, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the bad guy. She was like, what? And so I was like, all right, let's watch Terminator 2 if you've never seen it.
That's to be debated.
To be debated?
Arnold was not the bad guy.
In the first Terminator, Arnold was the bad guy.
No, the guy with the
what?
The silver man.
That's Terminator 2.
Oh.
All right, hold on. I am going to sound like a Terminator moron right now, but is Arnold Schwarzenegger a robot in the first Terminator?
He's a robot in both of them.
Is he the Terminator?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he'll be back, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's about all I know of that movie, honestly.
In the first one, he's a bad Terminator, and in the second one, he's reprogrammed to be a good Terminator.
Oh, you can only trust that for so long, and that's the problem we have with this thing. My God!
The reason we're on this tangent now, though, is that the second Terminator 2, there was all this imagery of like after the machines take over and just big tank-like robots crushing skulls and just death everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, they got it so wrong. It's going to be these tiny little jumping dogs with flamethrowers, just armies of them, just burning everything to the ground.
And the ones that deliver DoorDash in California.
Yeah.
Are you able to legally do stuff like this? I mean, this thing is just dosing down some forest or wherever it is. It's just a robot lighting everything on fire. And
I mean, if the movies can do it, I'm sure they had a permit for that filming.
And it's just like gooping out flames.
Yeah.
My God, it is frightening. And that, friends, is just a glimpse into the future of robots and weapons. Not great. Not a fantastic thing to look forward to. Okay, before we get to some emails real quick, yesterday was the first day in that Trump hush money trial. Trying to figure out whether or not people think this is a big deal or not. To me, it's a big deal because anytime you have a figure like that at risk of being jailed over a guilty sentence with a jury there, you're going to have people panicking. You're just going to have a problem no matter what. I know Jon Stewart in his rant yesterday on his show, I didn't hear it, but I just saw a story about it.
I caught the beginning of it, the very the first half or so.
He was kind of saying that the media is hyperventilating, freaking out, making too big of a deal over this. And I thought maybe they are. I haven't seen a ton of the coverage of this, but it is definitely a big deal. And like if Trump is sentenced to jail time, it will be a huge deal.
He ended up what he was able to point out, actually kind of funny, was the verbiage that a lot of the different channels are using is all the same. Everybody has said the phrase trial of the century. Right. Everybody has used the phrase walls are closing in on Trump. Like it was just a super cut of all these phrases, and it was done pretty well.
It's so weird how everybody in the media just seems to be on the same page with that stuff. Like they all just watch each other, share the same opinions, and then just say the same stuff over and over.
But then the other side of the not really an outlier, but they're like, it's gonna be fine, you guys.
Well,
this
who's saying
nothing.
that?
It's a witch hunt.
Is Fox News playing this up like this is not a big deal? I feel like everybody's freaking out. I feel like all of them are freaking out for different reasons.
And then that I did hear like a very random fact, and it has yet to be actually confirmed, but from what I understand, very reliable sources was that Donnie has been falling asleep.
Oh yeah, I've heard no, and, not just one time. I've heard that like there's been 2 to 3 stories about him falling asleep.
The other part?
No, what happened?
As he falls asleep, he's letting out the most rancid farts.
No, is it sleep farter?
It's like stinking up the entire courtroom.
Oh, that's bad for the jury if that was actually happening.
I'd find someone guilty if they have nasty farts.
Yeah, you don't want the jury, like, even if somebody's not political.
That was a joke to all the attorneys and my future civil duties.
Somebody on the jury, even if they're not political, would be like, I'm going to find him guilty. It's because this guy continues to fall asleep and fart in court.
Well, Colin's guilty.
I mean, we talked with Moses very, very recently about the frequency at which jurors fall asleep. And they're like, sometimes they're like, we want to kick that juror out. But most of the time they're like, let's just, juror number 7 is getting a little heavy-eyed there. Let's take a little recess, get him some caffeine. But does the defendant have to stay awake the whole time?
I don't know. Imagine you're on trial and you're facing like a long time behind bars and you're bored. I would never be bored in court. Like I would just be sitting there the whole time, like wide-eyed. Is this going good for me? Is this going bad for me? What's happening here? Maybe that's because I'm really, really against going to jail.
No, I get that. I think one of the weirder parts about stuff like that is you think of this trial as something that could be look at like a Casey Anthony style trial, something that could be so life changing for her, and pretty much was either way. And to us, we're like, okay, she's about to find out her fate. But she's been in jail for a long time.
Right.
There's been so much time leading up to this trial, and it's so every day for her that she was able to just look at her lawyers and have little jokey moments. And you're like, Are you almost going to go to prison for murder? Like,
yeah.
It's hard
Am
to...
I the last one that finds prison to be a good deterrent? Like, I really don't want to go to prison. I'm not interested in spending any time behind bars.
I've watched Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, it's all the things that I've seen make it not look like a good time, aside from Prison Mike. The inside,
scissoring in church.
The inside of prison is not good. So that would be more exciting for me, I guess.
And Shawshank, too. There was, the ones that were kind of sexual assaulty.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the fun. That goes into the fun category?
No, not the.
Oh, okay.
None of it was fun category.
Right,
no, not even escaping was fun for them. That part got gross, too. Okay, got some emails to get into. We're going to take a quick break and then dive into these, including an anonymous one, which is the most obvious email ever that you would want to be anonymous for. When I saw this, I was like, yep, I think I'd put anonymous on that email too. But they have a question for all of us, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Introducing the latest way to hear the greatest station in the world. Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1. You're welcome, iPhone users.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a whole bunch of commotion to watch out for on Florida's Turnpike this afternoon. Southbound at Canoe Creek Road, all lanes are blocked there. Traffic is passing by the right shoulder, and the left lane is blocked on Florida's Turnpike southbound at US 192, exit 244. Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you could expect your regular delays through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
You can host the best backyard barbecue. You can find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Not to brag, but I've been crushing it lately. And all credit goes to frozen drinks from McDonald's. Clean my apartment while crushing an ice-cold Oreo frappe. Love that chocolate flavor. Hint of coffee and Oreo cookie pieces. Crush work and overtime thanks to a drizzly caramel frappe. Even fix my own car while crushing a creamy mocha frappe. Start crushing it yourself with a delicious, refreshing frappe from Mickey D's. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind. Dude, I'm behind you. I can see you texting on your phone. Put the phone down. You know it's a crime. The state of Florida, it's actually a misdemeanor to get caught texting on your phone. I know you're going to claim you weren't, but either TikToking, Facebook, texting, I don't know what you're doing. But when you get home and you want to see a good TikTok, go to Kaufman Lind. For more information, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell. Office Orlando.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from The Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
Hi, I'm Graham Class, host of Technically Speaking, an Intel podcast. Join me for Season 2 as we explore the future of technology evolving today. In each episode, I'll speak with the minds transforming medicine, healthcare, retail, entertainment, personal computing, and more with the help of AI. Join me every other Tuesday and explore the latest technology changing our world today and creating a more accessible tomorrow. Listen to Technically Speaking, an Intel podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's
Always take your emails, anonymous or not, and if you need advice,
Well, we're even here for that, too. In fact, I think we used to have a segment for that way back in the day on this show. It's been a lot of years. We've been doing this for a while.
Was that the relationship one, though, with Flabby, Sabby, and Krabby?
That was, yes. Yeah. Flabby, Sabby, and Krabby. You know, she did a lot better on that than we did, now that I'm thinking about it. You know?
Definitely with the nicknames, at least.
Yeah, at least on that one, she escaped a lot more of the heat than we did. But tipsinthenewsjunkie.com and anonymous emails, and I understand why you'd want to be anonymous for this question, but here we go. It says, we are on the way to a 12U baseball tournament, which I don't know what that means because I'm not a baseball guy, but...
imagine they're 12.
Okay, 12 and under? Is that maybe what it means? 12U? I don't know.
Baseball tournament.
We'll figure that out.
National team. Representing Team USA, coach or player, experience unlike any other. I mean,
players aged 11 and 12 with no restrictions on base stealing.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
All right. So 11 to 12-year-olds is who we're talking about. That's kind of important for some of this. The kids love to use eye black to make funny designs on their faces.
Oh, God.
Like
I know
what?
exactly where this is going.
Like goatees, beards, just things that might look silly for a 12-year-old. This one kid sent a picture of his face completely covered in eye black. So you can imagine what that looks like.
Okay, pause. Is it EYE black?
Yes.
So like with the stripes that you would put on like football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was a new app called Eye Black.
Okay. Audio trademark.
No, the kids have this great Eye Black app where they, draw little goatees. Gosh, that was very stupid.
No, it's not like a Willy Willy thing. It's like they're actually using that stuff that they put on underneath their eyes for baseball.
No, but the intention of that has been around for a long time is to help with the sun in your eyes.
You're right. Yeah. There's like a purpose to it. It says one of the kids one kid sent a picture of his face completely covered in eye black. So you know what that looks like. He doesn't understand. We told him to wash it off right away, and he doesn't understand, but it's wildly racist. I want them all to delete all the copies of the photos of him so they don't get out. The kid just thought it would be another funny/wild design. Kids his age don't really understand blackface. Of course they don't. They're 12, 11 years old. They don't know this stuff. Am I overreacting to push for everybody to delete the photo? He sent it out in a text thread. I'm just so worried for this kid's future, or heck, even his present. He's a funny, sweet kid that didn't know what he was doing. I'm sure his mom didn't see it before he sent the picture out. Thanks, Anonymous. And
delete that picture. They tried to cancel the 4-year-old not too long ago.
Sure.
What was it? What football game?
Yeah, the Washington football team game.
He had like half red face, half yellow face, but they only showed the red face.
Yeah, and that I think was what was the undoing of Deadspin, which ripped that website. Went after this kid and acted like he was in blackface when half of his face was painted. I think we're over the hump in terms of everybody just freaking out over everything. I really do. I think we are, and I think many more people are not reacting in the same ways that they were maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago. But if it was my kid, I would want the photos deleted just because there are still some really dumb people out there.
Yeah.
And there'll be people who would see a photo of an 11 or 12-year-old. Maybe this kid's like 16, 17. He's starting to apply for colleges. He's 18 years old. And one of the colleges sees that he's got these photos. And just because it could have a negative impact on his life, I would do the same thing. I would say, look.
What grade are you in at 12 years old?
6.
Yeah, 5th, 6th grade. So middle school. You're in middle school. And
Question: were there any adults around while this was happening?
No, he did it on his own, and then he sent it in it sounds like he sent it to a group text.
Yeah,
or thread.
That's what the person said.
And so if this was just something like he'd done in his house, I don't know. It's hard. Like Bootsy Moonshine said, my 12-year-old definitely knows blackface is bad. I mean, I think at 12 there's a handful of things not to do, whether or not you know the reason,
the extent of the consequences.
If I was 12 years old, when I was
12 years old, they weren't canceling people, so there's that.
I would not have known about blackface. I would not have known about minstrels or the history of blackface or why this would be a wrong, negative, racist thing to do. I wouldn't know about any of that stuff. And now it's kind of expected, like from the cradle, that you just know all the things that everybody is offended about. You know the history of all the things that could be bad.
Jackson knows all about blackface. He won't do it at all.
Good kid. Look, not even a year old, and he's already.
I tried to get him to too. I was like, "Come on, buddy."
I certainly did not know of that and how bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
But there are moments like these where I'm like, Thank God I still didn't do it and then got the lesson afterwards.
Or
there are no pictures of that.
Yeah. Thank God that there weren't as many cameras and it wasn't just as ever-present to take photos of everything, because some things that were innocent don't appear so afterwards.
I did do Blueface once.
There's a huge difference to me between somebody who is intentionally doing something and they want to have the effect of committing a racist act, and somebody who is just doing something that one or two other people want to perceive that way because they're lunatics and they're miserable people who want attention. There's a huge, huge gaping distance between those two things. But with that said, Anonymous, I still would probably be like even now, if Dylan did it, I'd be like, come on, dude. This could pop back
Dylan
up.
Did it now?
If he did it now,
Dylan definitely should not do it.
Is he 22? Of course he shouldn't do it now.
Good God.
He's still learning lessons, okay? All right.
That should not be one of them.
He doesn't know everything about this stuff. What do you think about that? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. BDMX Con says, ignorance isn't an excuse. 100% hard disagree. I think that's a dumb point. Ignorance is always an excuse with this stuff. If somebody doesn't know why something is offensive and they're inadvertently doing it, there's no intention behind it. The intention is what brings about the badness of the act.
And it was
It's
complete ignorance, though. Like, can you at this point tell who is just playing the ignorant card and actually,
most times
naive
I think you can.
and unaware?
Most times I think you can. And there's another category that you might call should have known better or something. But for the most part, if you are ignorant to why, let's say you went to Brazil, and when you go to Brazil, you hear a bunch of people saying something, and then you start saying that thing. You have no idea that the thing you're saying is insanely offensive and hurtful to certain people in Brazilian culture.
I'll simplify it even more. Let's say you went to London and you ordered a black and tan.
Sure.
That is highly offensive.
Irish car bomb.
Irish car bomb is another one.
These other things that you don't know, and you just grow up hearing things a different way, and then finally, when you put yourself in the line of fire, everybody gets mad. Ignorance, 100%, is absolutely an excuse. And the problem is, if you're explained why something is hurtful or bad or you shouldn't do it, and it truly is rooted in something good, if you keep doing it after that, that's what makes you a bad person doing a bad act. But again, your thoughts over to thenewsjunkie.com. Record a dispatch for us now. Catherine says to tipstothenewsjunkie.com, I'm a podcast listener and a couple of weeks behind, so I apologize if this has already been discussed and addressed. I heard another podcast listener mention that the skipping is back. Oh, boy. I didn't want to be the first to say something, so I haven't. But now I know I have a comrade out there. So I thought I'd mention that I'm having the same issue. I listened on the iHeart app on an iPhone. It had gone away completely after the last time when it was really bad, but it started creeping back at the beginning of the year, and it seems to slowly be getting worse. It's not as bad as before, thankfully. I remember one time I had you guys on when I was in the shower and I wasn't able to get to my phone. You were all drunk and playing Moe's Baby Shark song over and over, which was bad enough, but it kept skipping back and replaying. It was like some sort of torture, LOL.
No, we just did that over and over again. That's not skipping.
I don't know. I can tell you, I don't think anything is changed in the process. We'll continue to keep working on it. I'll continue to keep complaining. I just want you to know this. If you're listening to this podcast somewhere and you like this show, if you ever stop getting updates, it's not because we stopped making updates. It's because there's some sort of problem. So you always go to thenewsjunkie.com. Right now, while I can tell you this, if you stop getting updates, you go to thenewsjunkie.com. If you don't know this beforehand, you just think that we stopped doing the show. The second thing is, if there's skipping or anything like that going on, we're actively trying to fix it, and it's not just going to be something you have to deal with forever. The last time was a problem. I screamed at everybody. They told me they fixed it. They like to say over and over, like I'll say, we're getting multiple reports from listeners that says the podcast is skipping, and they go, it doesn't look like it's skipping for us. And they'll go, what type of device are they using? Oh, this person said they were on an iPhone. And they go, what type of iPhone? And what's their operating system? It's like, I don't know. How am I supposed to find out all this stuff? Now I got to do a survey to find out. Oh, God. So that's what happens kind of behind the scenes when this stuff occurs. Be patient. Appreciate you fighting through it. And we won't play the Baby Shark
Just
Mo song.
come,
Oh, sorry. A retired school teacher, according to WFTV, thought she and her friend had booked the trip of a lifetime, and now she's upset because she claims Viking Cruises jacked up the price of their voyage by nearly $9,000 a week after they booked it. And this person said, I always said when I retired I wanted to do Australia and New Zealand. Wow, big plans.
Down under.
And that's what she set out to do. Garon and a friend found a deal with Viking Cruises for around $6,100 apiece to check out those two countries. They also added more days for the Best of Australia pre-excursion. It was advertised at a special starting at $899. She said that allowed us to go into Australia because the cruise just brought you to Melbourne and Sydney. And we wanted to go into Australia and see more of it. After their travel agent confirmed the price with Viking for their exact dates in December, it was booked. Who still uses a travel agent when booking a cruise?
You'd be surprised, man.
I think you get a lot better deals.
I'm always surprised when I hear this, and I hear it still quite a bit. When somebody will go, I'll ask my travel agent. And I'm like,
yeah.
People are still using travel agents? I guess
listeners
they
that
are.
are travel agents. Fancy Nancy. She helped me out with an Atlanta trip not too long ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you've used travel agents. I just never have thought I'm going to go on a trip. I need to call somebody to like get everything organized. Maybe it's just that. Was it a much better service? It's like everything.
Well, it's just the details of it, where it's like I have spent an inordinate amount of time trying to figure out like what's the closest location to what is going to be around me, and if I'm going to particular venue, I gave that information to the travel agent, and they're like, "Here's the list, and here's the great rate I can give you." And on top of it, travel agents usually can get you additional amenities and extras because
Some
of
extra
their
stuff?
hookup. Yeah.
Oh, really? I just have never done that before in my life. I thought it was kind of an outdated thing.
I mean,
Okay,
I've never used one, but I know they still exist. I mean, if they were no good, they wouldn't exist anymore. All the travel agents would be out of work.
Yeah, there'd be nobody doing it.
But also, my wife works for hotels, so I use her code, and that's why. That's
a better deal than
give me a better one than no.
True. All right. Well, quick break. We're going to get more into this. What happened with this deal? Why did they raise the price on her? And your thoughts on still using travel agents in 2024. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Tuesday forecast. And the rest of today will feature plenty of sunshine and really nice temperatures. Despite cooler temperatures this morning, we'll expect highs to bounce back into the upper 70s and low 80s this afternoon with a high of 80 degrees in Orlando. Some upper level clouds will give way to a filtered sunshine look at times, but otherwise we stay rain free through the end of the week with highs approaching the upper 80s by Thursday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Nasal Guard. People who suffer from allergies use Nasal Guard to prevent them. Nasal Guard's innovative gel and spray products protect you from all airborne allergens, no matter what the forecast holds. Visit Amazon, Walmart, or NasalGuard.com today. Breathe better this spring. NasalGuard.com.
Hey, there's a lot of things you need to worry about when you're a homeowner. And it's an important thing to be a homeowner. It's very cool. It's good. Some people really, truly enjoy the freedom of it and the fact that you've got some kind of investment going on. Your money's going somewhere each month when you're paying your mortgage. But when something goes wrong, let's say a big appliance breaks, that's when you get scared because you no longer just go to whoever you're renting from to get that thing fixed. So don't panic, okay? When you have a problem with your air conditioner, you have Mills Air. You've got a great company that's going to help you out and get the AC working perfectly just like it should be working. Pick up the phone and call them. 407-277-1159. They've been around since 1992. Over 30 years, they've been helping people just like you when they have an issue with their air conditioners. They also have preventative maintenance, which could catch a problem before it becomes a major issue for you. That could save you a lot of money and give you great, great peace of mind. So what I want you to do is go with Mills Air, a Carrier factory authorized dealer, a place that can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Committing to saving for 4 years of college can be stressful for families. Not to worry, Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. The reality is, most parents don't cover all of their child's college costs. A Florida Prepaid 1-year university plan lets you start small and add a year at a time as your budget allows. The plan starts at just $34 a month, the lowest plan price in 10 years. Remember, any amount you save today means less debt for them tomorrow. Florida Prepaid open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
This is the sound of turning small bets into legendary wins. Only on the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app. The sound of parlays. The sound of paydays. The sound of watching the game will never be the same. Hard Rock Bet has already paid out millions and millions in parlays to people across Florida. Download Hard Rock Bet now, and if your first bet doesn't win, get up to $100 back as a bonus bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
It starts with heart, determination, and drive. From every player and every fan. From every neighborhood, on every street, and in every home. Everyone plays a part. Orlando, it's the 2024 playoffs. Everybody in. Presented by Advent Health. Learn more at orlandomagic.com/playoffs.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2024.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This
use a travel agent when we cruise. There's generally a lower rate per person for the cruise. If not a lower rate, our agent can get us upgrades of some kind for our trip. So there's still a bunch of you out there who are doing things this way. So like, for instance, Courtney and I, at some point, hopefully this summer, we're going to take a vacation, and probably go to Mexico City. And when I want to go somewhere like Mexico City, which is just unbelievably big, and you got to try to make the most of it in a short amount of time, I was blown away by this. C-Lane, search this for me real quick because I don't want to get the numbers wrong. New York City population. I think it's around 8 million, but I don't know offhand, so I wanted to...
8.3.
8.3 million. Okay. 8.3 million people in New York City. We've all, a lot of us have gone to New York City. C-Lane hadn't for a long time. Now he's a frequent traveler there. Busy city, lots of people, 8 million people rolling around that city. And look up Mexico City population.
8.8 as of 2015.
Is Mexico City?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the thing I saw said 22 million.
Oh.
Is there any other number?
Difference.
Yeah, it's because it said Mexico. The video I was watching said Mexico City is home to 22 million people, one of the biggest cities.
Oh, I'm getting that too. Why was it showing me 8.8? Yeah, I have, according to Macro Trends, the metro area in 2024 is 22.5 million.
That is insane. That is insane. There's like 3 times the amount of people of New York City and Mexico City. So I'm interested. Mexico City looks like, from the research I've been doing, which includes just watching YouTube videos of people traveling there, beautiful, a beautiful city, like absolutely gorgeous places. And I look it up, I research it, then I go, all right, I'm going to go and figure out when I'm going to go, and I go book the airfare. I don't feel like a travel agent is going to be able to get me a better deal on airfare than I can from the place's website. Maybe they can. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. Then I go, where's the hotel I'm going to go? Courtney already found this hotel she loves. It's right by everything. It's super, super nice. And we book that hotel for the time we're going to be there. Again, I don't know that a travel agent in the United States is going to be able to help me out in a super significant way with all of this. But maybe I'm just missing something here. Let me know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. The reason why we were talking about that is because of what happened with this couple, or these folks who booked this cruise. We'll get back to them in just a second.
I want to know, okay, there's a reason there was 2 different numbers there.
All right.
So, like, Mexico City was like about 9 million in 2020. But then there's the metropolitan Mexico City, or greater Mexico City, which in the 2020 census had 21.8 million. I don't know what the difference in land size of that is, but they're saying that there's a city proper, and then like the metropolitan area covers a bigger distance.
Right. It seems to me...
It says Mexico City itself plus 60 municipalities in the state of Mexico and 1 in Hidalgo.
It seems to me like you got a lot of people in Mexico that live in around Mexico City. It seems like that's like the big spot in the country for them. Before we get back to the cruise line thing, an email coming through from Anonymous to tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
A lot of anonymous today.
Well, this was responding to the other anonymous email where the person said a friend of the family had used eye black, the baseball stuff that you put under your eyes, and the kids were like doing goatees or a mustache and making funny photos. And one kid didn't know what he was doing. He's 11, 12 years old. He covers his face in the eye black, and he's like, oh, my God, we got to delete all the copies of this photo. And they were trying to help this kid out. And they were like, what should we do here? Well, Anonymous says, truly and truthfully, as a black man, I've never understood why anybody got so mad about blackface. And I'm 39 years old. First of all, that's not the color of a black person. Black people technically are dark brown. It would be like me being offended because I see white people go tanning to turn slightly darker and less pale. Robert Downey Jr. actually played a black guy in the movie Tropic Thunder.
Yes, he
did.
did.
I don't see anybody attacking him. Love the show. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, says Anonymous via email. He
Tropic
did.
Thunder comes up like every couple years as either fully, not fully accepted, obviously, but there's a giant portion of the black community that's like, that is the only one that has gotten
Give it a pass?
the okay because of the way that it was portrayed. But then there's other people where it's like, yeah, what the hell is this about? And I always see it's just like white people are like, well, if Robert could do it, I can do it. Me.
With Tropic Thunder, and I did not really watch that movie when I watched it.
Not so funny.
So, wasn't he playing a character who was playing a character?
Yes.
Wasn't he playing an
Yes.
actor who did a role? Okay. It's not like they were like, we're casting a black man, and we have the perfect person to play that black man, and it's Robert Downey Jr.
Right, yeah. I never understand the desire to fight for things like that. Like, are there human beings who are like, God, man,
It's been my dream.
I wish I could do blackface, or like, you know, it's the fight over the N-word. Like, I wish I could say the N-word, and I think I have zero interest in doing those things. Now, the R-word, delightful, and I have
Jesus,
so
Sean.
much more use for that I would love to fight for. And in my car, in private, I toss those around like crazy at terrible drivers. And
the N-word?
Not that
R-word.
one. No, not that one. No, I don't even say that in my head most of the time. Like, I don't say that in private. It's just not something that I use. It's not a
You
word.
don't like a lot of rap music.
No,
Because in my head, I'm like rapping all the time.
Courtney does, and she'll put on Kanye, but she'll hit the brakes on all the words. Which some of the songs, it's
You
very
gotta
difficult.
hit the brakes, man.
It's
One of
some
my
the-
favorite Drake songs. It's like one line is all of it. It's just back to back to back, and it's like, yeah, okay,
Take a little break.
No problem. We got it. You
know what
hit
you do? You do the same thing that you do when you're doing karaoke, and there's a long interlude in a
Hate
song.
that.
It's
so
just stand
awkward.
there. You're like, all right.
That's usually when I pipe in as the KJ. Like, this is weird.
You guys
Get your
know.
hands together.
You guys know what my go-to karaoke song is.
Chocolate Salty Balls.
Yeah, well, there's a huge like instrumental interlude in there, like 18 bars long, and it's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna dance. Nothing.
You just start, pulling one of these. You're poking your fingers into the air, trying to find something to occupy the time.
I'll start doing the Trump.
The Trump dance? Yeah. That's effective, I think. All right, so back to this story about this cruise. I got us talking about travel agents. A retired school teacher thought she and her friend had booked the trip of a lifetime. She said Viking Cruises jacked up the price of their voyage by $9,000 a week after they booked it. They said, we got the invoice and everything from them. Everything is good, exactly like we were promised, and it showed up just how it showed up and was advertised online. But 8 days later, they received an unwelcome surprise. A news statement arrived showing Viking had hiked the price of their add-on to $5,299. So they already paid $899 for this trip to go around and see the best of Australia. As it was advertised on their website, they purchased it. It went through, they got an invoice and all that. And then they said, no, it's not $899. It's $5,299, which is $4,400 more than they each originally agreed to pay. They called for an explanation, and they said it was a price mismatch issue, and they couldn't honor that price that we had booked it for, according to a Viking representative. And they were super upset about this, and I don't blame them. If you advertise something for a price, I pay for that thing for that price. You give me an invoice for that thing for that price. Transaction over, baby. It's done with. We have made our transaction. Now you give me the thing that you told me you would give me. We got to put this on the Mo list because I wonder, can they actually do this? Like, can somebody come to you afterwards and go, ooh, didn't charge you enough. Going to need more money for that.
Like the Michael Scott Paper Company?
Yeah. I don't know that you can do that.
There's no way.
Like, imagine,
unless it's
Sabrina,
something in the fine print terms and conditions, but that would be insane.
I don't even know if it could be in the terms and condition, right? Like, imagine you go to the car dealership. Sabrina's going to get a new car.
Yay! Need one of them.
Something fun. I don't know what it's going to be, but something nice.
Cybertruck. We're going to get her a Cybertruck.
Absolutely not.
All right,
Yeah.
Sabrina's
Saw
getting
one
the
for the first
Cybertruck.
time in public just the other day, and it is so ugly.
It catches your attention, though, doesn't it? When one of those things drives by, you're...
None of us ever said that.
Being filmed here.
None of us ever said that about the redesigned Ford Bronco, by the way. But it's just like
that. I mean, that one's not as bad.
Right.
Not as jarring as the Tesla truck.
Right, but what I'm saying is like this is the only thing that we are going. Even Teslas, I think we didn't make a big deal about it. But seeing the Cybertruck in person for the first time was like, oh my, okay, that's what.
Yeah, but for good or bad reasons. Are we looking at it and are we going, wow, that's cool? Because like Sabrina, the first time I saw one in person, I was like, oh wow. I wouldn't buy that.
I don't know.
I'm good.
I wasn't transfixed in a good way necessarily. I just saw it and it really grabbed my attention.
So for the sake of the story, a Hummer 2, please.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
Hummer
getting.
2. Okay, so Sabrina's going to get her Hummer 2. She's at the car dealership.
Oh, damn it. We hit Cybertruck by mistake. You're still getting a Cybertruck.
Oh, damn.
They tell her your Hummer 2 is going to cost $30,000. And Sabrina goes, okay, I can see, on all the advertisement, it says $30,000. The sticker on the window says $30,000. Sabrina signs all the paperwork, get my Hummer 2, $30,000. She makes a payment. They sign their end of the paperwork. They slide the invoice over to her. She has just, in my mind, purchased a Hummer 2, right? At that point, transaction over.
Yeah, and a lot of paperwork attached to it.
Yes, everything is done, signed for, you clicked all the buttons, they took money from you, et cetera, et cetera. I don't believe, and if they can, I think it's wrong. I think it's fundamentally a wrong thing. I don't think they can come back afterwards and go, oh, it was a misprint. We actually charge $40,000 for a Hummer 2.
Yeah, no.
I don't think that they can do that. So I don't know how a cruise line would be able to do that. I just don't know how that would all work. If you do, let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on yours right now.
I know there's been in the past, in the travel industry at least, times where there have been mistakes, right? Like there was an airline that accidentally did not apply rates to a bunch of tickets at some point. And so there was a website vulnerability or there was something that was allowing people to buy free airline tickets for about 30 minutes one day until they found out and they're like, oh, crap, let's fix this. And they buttoned it all up, but they were like, you know what? That was our bad. We'll honor all the tickets that we sold.
Really?
And I was like,
but did
they have to? That's the question.
I don't know. And in that case, it's a little different because that was a malfunction of sorts and an actual error. In this case, they're advertising a price. The price is paid. Everything seems above board. The invoice is given, and then they decide. So, yeah, I don't know about that. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. An update on the daylight carjacking case that had us all talking. Lots of mysteries in who were the people in the vehicle that attacked this woman. Was there something else going on here? Why was she being attacked? We have some new information, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound at Canoe Creek Road. The traffic is passing by on the left shoulder. There's an accident on Highway 1792 northbound at Americana Boulevard, blocking the right lane as well. And on I-4 this afternoon, you could expect your regular delays between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Nasal Guard. People who suffer from allergies use Nasal Guard to prevent them. Nasal Guard's innovative gel and spray products protect you from all airborne allergens, no matter what the forecast holds. Visit Amazon, Walmart, or NasalGuard.com today. Breathe better this spring. NasalGuard.com.
Are you ready to put some cash in your pocket? Because Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you'll have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. But there is a catch, because there's always a catch. right? If you get a call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 27th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from the Today Show. From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember, see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
Tommy Mello here, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. Springtime savings are here, and now is the perfect time to service your garage. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home.
A1 from day one.
It's Ladera!
Orlando City is back at home this Saturday, April 27th at 7:30 p.m., taking on Toronto FC, presented by OUC, the reliable one. Tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 6:30 p.m. to catch Kickoff -60, airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app. OUC, the reliable one, is proud to be the exclusive electric and water utility partner of Orlando City Soccer Club. The hometown utility is proud to support its hometown soccer team. Visit www.ouc.com to learn more about OUC's reliable electric and water services. Go City.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
And now your Fresh from Florida forecast with our friendly Florida farmer, Phil. How's it looking in the fields, Phil?
Fantastic. Florida blueberry season is here, and we've got a big blueberry front sweeping through. Expect a downpour of blueberries in your morning cereal, a good chance of blueberries in your afternoon smoothies, and a high probability of blueberry pies for dessert. Back to you, Tom.
Thanks, Phil. That's very good news. Look for the Fresh from Florida logo where you shop. There's sunshine in every bite.
You got a service dog? Actually, he's a deals dog. Since I'm looking for a new car, I trained him to sniff out awesome rates, member discounts, and fast decisions. Cool, huh?
But you know Navy Federal Credit Union has all those things, right?
You're right. He's got the scent. Oh, wait. Nope. That's just the bacon in my pocket.
Apply for a Navy Federal Credit Union auto loan online, at a branch, or on our mobile app. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Message and data rates may apply. Visit NavyFederal.org for more information.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
Show. We're getting an update here on that daylight carjacking mystery, which has been just a wild ride to follow. But I see it more and more. I'm not sure if you guys discussed this at all. It really looks like Congress is dead set on banning TikTok, like actually doing this.
We didn't dive into it super deep. It just, I know that passed in the House along with a bunch of stuff that was like Ukraine funding, I think.
That makes you so sad, man.
It's like, I think
love
about
TikTok.
all the things going on. By the way, the videos of young TikTok creators crying about this is hilarious to me.
I have not seen that yet. Good God.
Like, this is my life, and they're just screaming.
What I have seen pop up, and I mean, just a couple of times, I've seen a lot more targeted ads, and the same one for effing Geico. But every once in a while, it'll pop up, and it's like the CEO or another like higher up that's like, hey, if you love TikTok, be sure to call your representative.
Yeah.
Here's a way to do it. Here's a link for more information.
I'll tell you, the same thing is happening in the drone sect right now.
Yes, because DJI is a Chinese company, and I think they make like 70 or 80% of the drones on the market.
They make, I think they make the best ones. I haven't heard an argument for, another company making a better product. And it started with local government owned entities law enforcement and firefighters and stuff, where they've come through and they're like, China bad, get rid of all your DJI stuff. You got to learn to use different stuff now. And it's kind of, they're kind of going the same direction that they want to go with TikTok, and they want to ban it for consumers too. And there's all these people sending around all these petitions and all this awareness stuff, write letters to your senators and all that, because they're taking away a good product.
Why? Have you heard a coherent argument as to why TikTok is bad and every other app that's doing the same exact thing isn't?
For TikTok, it's easy to jump on the bandwagon because of how big TikTok is. But for DJI, they're like, the Chinese have developed drones that fly everywhere and take pictures of everything, and I think they just think every one of these damn things is phoning home.
Right. That's what they think. And like they would have the time to do that. Or so if you want to worry about Huawei or whatever the name of the company is that makes the 5G equipment that the United States is using to implement 5G connectivity coast to coast, and you want to go, hey, let's make sure that this company isn't in cahoots with the Chinese government. Let's make sure that they're not installing some sort of software on here that is going to send information or calls or something like that back to China so they can spy on Americans. Let's make sure this is all open source enough so that we know what's going on. Those things are all fine and very normal. What's not normal is like China bad. China bad is as dumb as all these stupid America bad people. My God, just a slew of these. America bad. America is like so dumb. And when you go China bad, so TikTok bad, I go, do you really think you're going to look at me with a straight face and tell me that you think TikTok has had a larger negative impact on discussion and society in general than Twitter has? Because I don't think that's true. I don't think that's a thing. I think a big giant chunk of TikTok, like a boomer. I think a big giant.
There's no such thing as a big giant chunk of TikTok. It's already quite small.
A big chunk of TikTok is stuff that's not political, not news related, not trying to drive any sort of agenda. Is there a lot of misinformation? Of course there is. Are there a lot of dumb kids saying things that absolutely aren't true? Of course that's the case. That's just the nature of social media in general, not a China-based problem. I haven't heard a single coherent argument as to why you go TikTok equals bad and we need to do this. Do you understand? Go ahead.
The idea of saying we're going to pass legislation that forces ByteDance is the company?
Yeah, ByteDance is the parent company of TikTok.
That says right now it is law that ByteDance has to sell TikTok.
Yeah, right. That's what they're trying to do.
It seems very un-American. It seems...
Are we doing this with anybody else, any other companies? And can you imagine, here's what I was going to say. Can you imagine the precedent that this sets? What if China says every single company, Apple, all of them that's operating, Amazon that's operating in China, has to divest that company and only can be China run if they want to operate within the borders of their country?
Chaos. It would be
That would be
chaos.
a huge problem. That would be major, major, major problems for everybody. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It seems like old people who don't know what they're doing talking about internet stuff. That's what it seems like to me. Now, if you think that this is good and you think that TikTok absolutely should be banned, I would like to hear your argument. I'd like to hear you send that dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. And as always, open mind, open ears, all that stuff, until I realize how dumb your point is and I steamroll you. But I'm all ears. You might be able to go, hey, Sean, actually this, actually X, Y, and Z. You cannot, as of right now, I don't believe, convince me that TikTok is doing something that is inherently different than anybody else. What is it? They're taking your information? Yes, and so is every other app ever because you're dummies who hit yes on everything. And I'm a dummy too. I hit yes on everything. Here you go. Take all my data. Do this. We're all doing that. It's all of the apps do this. There's nothing specific about TikTok that stands out.
It's just, I don't know, it just comes off as such a distraction. Like everyone, that is what is available to the public and to talk about. And it just seems like on the priority list of the world's problems, the country's problems, like, why is this the focus?
It shouldn't be. This should be the absolute very, very end of anybody's concerns. It's not. I guess the folks in Congress care. But do you? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. Let's see what you got on your mind, all right? Let's open these up a little bit. We haven't heard a single dispatch today, so now's the time to do that. Tired Mom is talking about something you guys discussed yesterday, I believe, on the show. Loud cars. Here is Tired Mom's comments.
This is Tired Mom with a follow-up, as requested, from my first Loud Cars dispatch yesterday. I did get hit twice in the last year, both times in Lake Mary, once on the interstate, once in a parking lot.
Okay.
I was driving a 2021 Toyota Corolla. It was black with tinted windows, and it was very quiet. And both times the people said, I didn't see you there. So now I drive a Toyota Camry without a muffler and a system that will rattle your windows.
She said as much yesterday to say that she has 2 loud cars so that people know she's there and she doesn't get hit all the time anymore. And I was like, how often are you getting hit? But I mean, if we're to take that story for what it is and say she had a very quiet car and multiple times people said they didn't know you were there.
Which is very interesting to me. Like, a neighbor of mine has a Volkswagen, like an electric Volkswagen.
Dead silent.
And how many times that I've been walking Carl in the morning and I get startled, like I and I look like a crazy person because the guy's just trying to, I don't know, go to work, and I'm just springing myself up, and Carl too a little bit because it's very quiet.
They have that weird like
just
there's like a little tiny noise that's made, and it just not nearly as loud. And I'm sure you guys plowed over this fertile territory yesterday, but I would guess what Tired Mom is saying. Like, the amount of people who have very loud cars as a result of their exhaust and decisions they've made with their vehicle.
The reason why the story even got brought up is because some study said that if you have a loud car, you're a psychopath.
Oh, really? Okay, I can see that. I can see that being the case.
But
I
doesn't
think
seem like a psychopath.
the amount of people who have a loud car because they want to make sure people are hearing them for safety reasons, that has got to be a pretty small slice of the pie. Let's be real. Like, most people are just like, I want my car to be loud. And, you know, they want this car making all sorts of obnoxious noises because it's like a aesthetic thing, essentially. That's what I would guess.
This is
I don't
how
know.
giant my genitals are.
Yeah, kind of like it's like the guy on the motorcycle who doesn't need to be revving it up as much as he is, but he's still doing it because it's the aesthetic of him as a person he wants to have associated with just big, loud stuff.
Also, I'm sure it damages your ears that you like have to do it at that point. Like, you don't know if it's actually on.
Some of them are definitely loud enough. Here's Hey There, talking about travel agents.
Hey there.
Hey.
So I am a travel agent, and I think a lot of people don't realize that the cost of a travel agent is free. So if you book your trip on your own, or if you book your trip through me, it's the same price because the cost of a travel agent is already included in the price of that Royal Caribbean cruise or all-inclusive resort, vacation, Disney, Universal, even single night hotel stays. So if you book on your own, you're paying for a service that you don't receive. So I give my clients my concierge services. I'll wait on hold for hours if necessary. I'll get up at 5 a.m. and make those Disney dining reservations.
Nice.
And I also have some perks or like free massage at an all-inclusive resort, for example. And a few News Junkie listeners have reached out to me, and I'm grateful that I've been able to help with their vacations. So that's it. Have a great day.
Yeah, with the Disney stuff, that's big.
Didn't
because
even do the plug. Good for
sometimes,
him.
oh, true. Sometimes they'll go, we're going to have this special Disney thing, and you got to be on the phone or on the website at like 6 a.m., sitting there waiting. And it's impossible to do it. Nobody wants to. That would be useful to have somebody else doing that for you, for sure. I would like it, at least, at the very, very least. Skid Brown is talking about China. He says, China goods no good.
What's up, News Junkie?
Hey.
It's been a minute. I work over in Brevard for a company that rhymes with Schmeris Corporation. It's a worldwide corporation. We do HVAC work, and we can't even order anything that comes from China to do like repairs or anything on any of their equipment here because they're so worried about the potential for corruption, being that they do a lot of government and DOD contract work. So yeah, it's pretty real. People are paranoid about getting things from China.
Harris.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Yeah, people are. I'm not surprised by the fact that people are. I'm just, I don't think there's any logic to it. I think we should be aware of importing goods from any other country, make sure things are safe, make sure nobody's trying to take advantage, and you should always like keep an eye on that stuff. But let's say it was TikTok, for example. Apple, an American company, and other companies like Google, another American company, they have power over every single app within their app store, right? And they have the ability to say, let's scan this app. If it's doing anything nefarious, anything that is not within the bounds of our T's and C's, your terms of service, whatever.
I thought you were talking about boobs.
I think that they would be able to go, all right, TikTok or not, we're not going to allow this to happen. We're going to shut this down. Unless you start to allege conspiracy and go, well, they're, part of the same thing, blah, 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 blah. I just don't know if that's actually the case. We want to hear from you. More people are sending in dispatches, and you should get in line with them. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. We will get to that update on the daylight carjacking case. I've got all the info right in front of me, and it is definitely in the next segment. I promise you that much. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple of earlier accidents to watch out for. Narcoossee Road northbound at Boggy Creek Road. Florida's Turnpike southbound between Oakland Exchange and Colonial Drive. There's an accident blocking the right lane on Highway 1792 northbound at Americana Boulevard. And the right lane is blocked, causing bumper-to-bumper traffic on Florida's Turnpike southbound at Canoe Creek Road. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Smoky Bones. At Smoky Bones, they're rolling back prices to what they were in 1999. So come in now and get a half rack of ribs with 2 sides for just $9.99, or make it a full rack for just $14.99. Smoky Bones. Meat is what we do while supplies last.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don has the best rates on commercial loans, small business administration loans, and business lines of credit? That's right, my friends. If you have a high interest rate SBA loan at 9, 10, maybe 11%, if you qualify and have paid on time for the past 2 years, that mortgage guy Don can refinance your SBA loan at an 8.25% fixed rate. If you need a loan to buy a franchise, thatmortgaguyDon.com is the place to start. Want to build or expand your business? Work with That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatmortgaguyDon.com is the place to go for all of your business and residential loans. Peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgaguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgaguyDon.com.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from the Today Show.
From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
It starts with heart, determination, and drive. From every player and every fan. From every neighborhood, on every street, and in every home. Everyone plays a part. Orlando, it's the 2024 playoffs. Everybody in. Presented by Advent Health. Learn more at orlandomagic.com/playoffs.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings, all for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like One Hit Wonders Radio. The greatest one-hit wonders of all time. Ones you definitely remember. And ones that'll make you say, oh yeah. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search One Hit Wonders, and listen now, commercial-free. Free never sounded so good.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
in to the newsjunkie.com, and we hope to hear from you in just a moment. We've been talking about this big, mysterious story out of Winter Springs, Florida, right? If you've been listening to the show, you've heard some of the details, because there was this lady, younger lady, I think she was in like her late 20s or early 30s, and she was in a Dodge Durango, and an Acura, a green Acura, there's only one like it in the state of Florida, pulls up behind her in broad daylight at a busy intersection with people all over the place. It's like 6 o'clock. It's rush hour traffic. And the person in that Acura who is ramming into the back of her vehicle gets out and forces her to let him in the back of the Durango. He's got a gun, and at gunpoint, he has her drive a short distance away. They find her with her car completely torched, and about a dozen rounds fired off that obviously killed her. And everybody said, how could this happen in America in broad daylight? And why would this happen? Like, why were they after this lady? What was going on here?
Very bizarre. And then as the story continued, we find out that she had called her husband, who told her to not get out of the car after that car had rammed like the back of hers. And then it was kind of baffling to people. Like the guy who got that video that everyone sees in the news, he called 911. But you find out that the husband or the victim called 911 after experiencing this.
And I think you might be able to excuse why the victim wouldn't have called 911. You'd be like, well, you're like just trying to get away from the car. You're
surely my husband will help me out with this.
But like the guy is not even in the same city, and he just got a frantic call from his wife, who I assume he loves, that she's being chased and rammed by this vehicle. He knows it's bad, and he doesn't call 911. So the questions arise. And now we have some more details, all right? Earlier this month, the Florida woman was captured on video being carjacked at an intersection near Winter Springs, leading detectives to investigate her homicide. Since then, investigators have discovered that several other criminal cases are somehow tied to this carjacking, raising even more questions about why it happened. Due to the growing number of people who have become embroiled in the investigation, there's now a list on Local 6 to show who these people are and what's going on. So I want to go through that in just a moment.
Is it like drawing lines everywhere, like Charlie Day style?
Almost. We're almost at that point of this story.
It's getting to where you need some sort of visual to help you along to keep track of everything that's been going on.
Well, they said that there was a woman who was arrested, and when they were asked why, it was like she was not related to the carjacking, but they had found some text messages, and obviously those text messages are coming from the woman who was killed, her husband's phone, who he gave the phone over to the police. They found some text messages about a multi-kilo drug deal, and they ended up using that to go after this woman and arrest her. So if people on that phone, if that is indeed the case, are involved in huge drug deals, well, we start to figure out what was going on here. They said Catherine Aguas-Vivas, who is the victim, she was the person who on April 11th left her home in Homestead, Florida. That's way down south for those of you who don't live in the state of Florida. It's by sort of South Florida, Miami. It's where things were really bad for Hurricane Andrew way back in the day. That hit Homestead pretty bad. She left her home in Homestead and drove to Seminole County, which is in central Florida. A green Acura began ramming her vehicle about a half mile before she reached the intersection of East Lake Drive and Tuscaloosa Road. After she stopped at a red light, a masked gunman approached her, white Dodge Durango, while pointing a gun at her. He got into the back seat before both vehicles pulled away. Then I told you what happened from there. Nobody has been charged in the carjacking just yet. Miguel Aguas-Vivas, the victim's husband, he is the owner of two businesses in South Florida, a barbershop and a beauty salon. He told her not to stop when this was happening, as we discussed. After investigators found the body, they called her brother and her husband to be interviewed. They traveled up to Central Florida the next day to talk to the police, and they got the cell phone, and they found a lot of stuff on this guy's cell phone. They found that he was talking to a police officer, and the police officer was lying and recording conversations, trying to find out what information they had in the investigation. So that was very jarring. That cop, let's see if he has some connection to drug dealings. Let's see what else is going on there, because it seems like that could be the case to me. I don't know, but it seems like it could be. That's Francisco Estrella, the guy who was arrested and just released not that long ago. Then there's Monica Sabel Romero Soto, who was charged, not directly related to this carjacking. It was related to a drug ring. They said they intercepted a package of cocaine via USPS that had been addressed to a St. Cloud home from Puerto Rico. That's how they were sending it, just through the mail, just through the USPS, a package of cocaine, huge one. During a sting operation, they arrested her after she picked up the parcel at the home where it was delivered. It was later found that she lived in Castleberry.
You mean the empty home? The home that's probably for sale or something?
Probably, yeah. And they found all kinds of stuff like high-value stolen jewelry at their house, like Rolexes and Cartier bracelets and stuff. Then they have Giovanni Crespo Hernandez, who was arrested on fentanyl possession charges related to this. They think he is the last person who Catherine Aguas Vivas spoke to. So the woman who was killed, they believe he was the last person that talked to her.
Wait, he has been arrested or has not? Because what I see is a wanted poster for him.
He was arrested Monday on fentanyl possession charges.
Okay.
So there was a news conference saying that they were searching for him not long before that. He's believed to be the last person who this woman spoke to. Lopez said the brother didn't recognize Crespo, but he called him, took a screenshot of him, and gave that to detectives. The brother also told detectives that Crespo said Catherine Aguas Vivas had been in town to deliver money and other things to a friend, right? So now money is entering the picture for the reason why she was in town, to deliver money to somebody. Then they got Jordanish Torres Garcia, who's a person of interest in this. He was detained by the U.S. Marshals on Monday. They think that he was the one who bought the green Acura. He's got a long legal history, especially in Puerto Rico. And he's at all sorts of issues where he robbed somebody at gunpoint and then they wouldn't press charges about him, press charges on him. And then he had a case where he was harassing, stalking, and intimidating an ex, and she wouldn't press charges against him.
Ooh.
Why do people not press charges against somebody?
Because they're afraid of him.
Because they're afraid of him in many cases. And why would she be afraid of him? Because these guys are connected to some pretty bad stuff. That may be the case.
Have any of these people or any of these mug shots, and I know it's kind of hard to see because of the quality of the video or just because of the distance of the video of the carjacking and the fact that the guy's face was covered up, but has it looked to anyone like these people fit the description of the gunman in the video?
I don't know if they even have enough to go on, because you're right. Like there's so much covering this person. They know more than we do, obviously, and hopefully they have some better footage of what's going on. But they're going to have to attach people to that car and say that they were there at the time this all went down. And I think they're opening a whole can of worms here. But it needs to be open because we don't want this stuff happening on the streets. Nobody wants that.
Because, like, I don't know. It's, like I said, very hard watching the video. But at least one of these guys looks a little too big to be the person in that video.
Right.
And I think it's the one that everybody's afraid of.
Yeah, you're going to have to go on that, too. You're right. Like, it'll be like the silhouette. Like, this guy looks too fat to be the person who exited the Acura that was videotaped by this other vehicle. So lots of big questions out there, but we now have drugs with drug deals entering the equation. We have money where they're saying she was in town to drop off money to a friend.
What streaming service will release the documentary about it first?
Oh, I don't know, but there will be
a
some.
dramatization? Based on true events.
There will be something, because this story is too big and too many twists and turns are in it for them to just let this go. It's stranger than fiction, as they say.
Hey.
All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Designing Women star Delta Burke has revealed how she dropped the pounds before Ozempic, and let's just say some chickens were flipped, guys. Do you guys know what that phrase means?
Chickens were flipped?
Yep.
No.
Flipping chickens. All right. Well, you will learn that during the next episode. Where did you come from? Where did you go? To Record Break City, Cotton Eye Joe. Plus, how would you like $1,000 to find out who shot first? Me so intrigued. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey,
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for your Tuesday, it will be another gorgeous day. Temperatures will be climbing into the upper 70s and low 80s with low humidity. A high of 80 degrees is on tap for Orlando. As we head into tonight, cooler temperatures will settle back in. Not quite as chilly as this morning, but we'll plan for lows in the mid to upper 50s. By the end of the week, we're talking highs back in the mid 80s under sunny skies. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Savings. Now that's speaking the Lowe's language. And with My Lowe's Rewards, your savings just keep coming with members-only offers. Learn more about our new loyalty program at Lowes.com/MyLowe's Subject to terms and conditions, see Lowes.com/terms for details.
Are you bogged down with constant sneezing, watery eyes, and congestion? Do you get sinus headaches and infections? No one should have to suffer season after season. And thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, treating your allergies is easier than you think. With personalized treatment plans tailored to your needs and budget, you can say goodbye to allergy and sinus issues for good. Book your appointment today at AspireAllergy.com. Aspire Allergy and Sinus, where relief is just around the corner. AspireAllergy.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. If you've been in a car accident, you need to know a term. It's called statute of limitations. That means you have 2 years from the time of the accident to actually file a lawsuit if need be. If you don't do that, you're going to lose your rights to the claim. Now, sometimes some lawyers will wait till the last minute to file or contact you with just about a month left saying that they don't know if they want to proceed with your case. Be careful with that. For more information, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546, office Orlando.
You got a service dog? Actually, he's a deals dog. Since I'm looking for a new car, I trained him to sniff out awesome rates, member discounts, and fast decisions. Cool, huh?
But you know a Navy Federal Credit Union has all those things, right?
You're right. He's got the scent. Oh, wait. Nope. That's just the bacon in my pocket.
Apply for a Navy Federal Credit Union auto loan online, at a branch, or in our mobile app. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Message and data rates may apply. Visit NavyFederal.org for more information.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Tommy Mello here, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. Springtime savings are here, and now is the perfect time to service your garage. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home.
A1 from day one.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like One Hit Wonders.
This is the story of a girl. I'm not sick, but I'm not well.
Just search One Hit Wonders and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. If you missed any of the show today or any other day, you can always go to the podcast. It's up at thenewsjunkie.com each and every day. You see the links there. You see the latest show. It's all ready for you so you can follow along with what's happening here with us. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Are you jerking my bobber?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up is right. Because the next episode is brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. Refinancing, buying your first dream home. Perhaps you're trying to expand that business. Get some more franchises. Maybe start your own business. Get an SBA loan. There are so many things that Mortgage Guy Don can help you out with, but most importantly, he has your best interest in mind. So get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 19 years ago, 2005. The very first one of these. Wait for it. There we go.
YouTube.
YouTube. That was the only YouTube song I could find on YouTube.
It's not great.
And it's awful. Yeah, it is. But it's definitely pales in comparison to the very first video that was posted. 12 points. If you could tell me exactly what it was.
Oh, please. I remember this.
What was it and where was it?
It was at a zoo.
Which zoo?
Oh, I don't know that. It was
Minus
an
2 points.
elephant, and it was one of the founders of YouTube recording it.
All right, fine. I will give you a total of 8 points. C-Lane, did you want to contribute to that at all?
I have no clue.
Yeah, it was the co-founders, one of the co-founders, standing in front of elephants, multiple, at the San Diego Zoo. 19
close.
years ago.
Do you think that at the San Diego Zoo, the spot where that video was recorded has any sort of plaque or anything that's like, this is the site of the first YouTube video?
Maybe.
I think that would be something that people would want to take a picture near.
Somebody was talking about this a long time ago, and they go, I'm really surprised it's not the most viewed video on
It really
YouTube.
isn't. So
And I go, it's because it's a boring video.
Is it jawed? I'm trying to find it now. So it says me at the zoo. This is one of the first one that comes up 18 years ago, but this was 19 years ago. Maybe they haven't updated it. There's a certain time. It has 317 million views.
Yeah, and it's a lot, obviously. And people are going there because it was the
after
first
18
video.
years.
But all in all, it's a super boring video. It's not really
Hey, guys.
exciting.
Get ready for this awesome platform. It's 19 seconds long, too.
Uh-huh.
To think. Now they allow you to do one whole hour. How boring that would have continued to be. This guy right here, he's back at it, baby.
Oh, Johnny Knoxville.
One of the other guys.
Steve-O.
No, the other one.
Bam Margera.
Bam Margera.
There we go.
Is right, and he has recently found himself fighting a complete stranger. So,
All right.
There you have it. Things are looking good. What was the last time we talked about him? That he was completely sober? I think it was
thought
a
so.
couple months ago.
Has he had a lapse in that sobriety, or we don't
Say
know?
that he's claiming self-defense at this point.
right.
Fist fight captured on camera. Bam says he was simply protecting himself and his friends. The video shows him wailing on an unidentified man. It's making the rounds online, as many of Bam's fans speculating the face-off has something to do with a, get ready for it, tattoo dispute that Bam posted about over the week. He's calling his latest ink job highway robbery, but this is an entirely separate incident. So TMZ, thankfully, has detailed it in 2 pages that I don't have time for right now. But the latest update is that Bam posted a video to Instagram showing a portion of the attempts he says he made to call 911 for assistance with this fight, recorded before he ended up taking matters into his own 2 knuckle hands and giving some sandwiches to that complete stranger. So he's frustrated with the lack of response in the video, but then again, how many times do the cops get called about Bam Margera?
Yeah,
he's in the
he's
same part of town.
He's had a bad run for a little while here, I think.
Forget running. How about some breakdancing? Did you know that this guy knows how to breakdance?
Tom Cruise?
Yeah. Did you?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's probably
Did some dancing with Tropic Thunder, as a matter of fact. There was a whole scene with that.
When they say breakdancing, though, is he like really doing it, or is he just doing a couple dumb things?
That says it was Victoria Beckham's 50th birthday party, and he apparently shocked the guests with a series of breakdancing moves. So that's the one sentence, or like the end of the sentence, where you series of breakdancing moves versus breakdancing. It's like, did you do that weird shuffle and then you froze for a second and hurt yourself, or are you just doing the moonwalk, or can you actually do the head spin or the
That's advanced.
the windmill? But
Yeah.
some of the guests included the other Spice Girls, Gordon Ramsay, Salma Hayek, Jason Statham, and Eva Longoria. So it sounds like a big old party, and unfortunately cameras were strictly banned from the big party, so we will never know if he actually did some breakdancing.
I wouldn't be surprised if in some of his like stunt training, he has like the muscles for it, you know?
True. Yeah.
If you have to, I mean, if you can hang off a plane, then you should be able to hold yourself up from the arms, right?
Yeah.
And he does seem like the annoying guy who, at a party that like where the attention was
does it.
focused on his wife, he's like, "Hey guys, let me make it about me. I'm gonna break dance."
But there's such a big difference. So I had a friend of mine growing up, still a great family friend, breakdancing since, I knew her. And would always it would be brought up and like, hey, Mel, do the breakdancing. And they're smiling and everyone's enjoying it. And then there was another person that I knew that's like, watch out, everybody, because no one asked me to do it, but I'm still doing it right now.
Clear the floor.
And if there's no smiling involved, it's like, you're taking this way too seriously. Just have fun, and everyone else will as well. Or perhaps we just go the designing women route. Turns out Delta Burke.
Yeah.
She played Suzanne Sugarbaker.
All right.
Are you familiar with designing women?
No.
at all?
I mean, I've heard of it. I've never seen it, though.
Well, she was on that, and Suzanne Sugarbaker apparently baked too much sugar and had a hard time losing weight. And that was way before Ozempic. I think, honestly, probably way before the other weight loss things that did not include going to a camp and having some sort of crack pill.
Probably.
But why not some crystal meth to make you shed those pounds? That's exactly what she has revealed out of nowhere. She stopped by the Glamorous Trash podcast, opened up about her weight loss, and that led to the drug use. She said that she was first prescribed weight loss pills while in acting school in London, later learned the prescription was illegal in the States, so she had someone get her similar pills while she started in Filthy Rich between 1982 and 83. The pills, which she called Black Beauties, helped curb her appetite during the day.
I've heard of that before.
And at night, I guess, found out that it was actually meth. Or at least, at that point, a coworker had suggested, forget the Black Beauties and try methamphetamines. And she did. She said, chop it up, you snort it. I didn't want to snort it, so I put it in cranberry juice and drank it, and then wouldn't eat for 5 days.
Jesus. Well, if I think about it, I don't know that I can remember a fat meth head that I've ever seen.
Right. It's just the face craters that
Ooh. Yeah, that's bad.
kind you have to separate all that from. Despite her attempts to lose weight, Delta recalled still being criticized for her body, which greatly impacted her mental health, even led to her early exit from designing women. Now, her admission might seem shocking, but she isn't the first celeb to seek drug assistance in order to achieve a body transformation. Now, of course, they compare that to Ozempic. Oprah, Amy Schumer, Tracy Morgan, Sharon Osbourne, all saying that they use that weight loss drug, but none of them said that they have used meth. So there you have it, my friends.
Tracy Morgan joked that he beat it. He outate it.
The beat Ozempic, that would be a feat, I think. But because I've seen Sharon Osbourne, and she lost
It looks too much,
it looks
honestly.
strange. She looks strange.
She wasn't really big to begin with. But
No,
then
I didn't think she would be a person who was even a candidate for it, which could be a problem that we see moving forward, where people who are already skinny end up getting their hands on it
get
because
that
they're
hollow
rich.
face, man.
That's no good.
Also no good, getting a $28,000 fine, and that goes to Lana Del Rey because her Coachella set ran too long.
Ooh.
Big trouble. It was over the weekend. The show went over, wait for it, 13 whole minutes Friday night.
Man.
And it doesn't sound that bad, but enough for them to trigger a hefty fine. That was the Weekend 2 set. Featured 19 songs in total. Surprise performance with Camila Cabello, who performed the new single, I Love It. However, they did not love the $28,000 that they had to pay because of the curfew violation. That resulted in total $117,000 in fines. Similarly, in 2022, the festival's 2 weekends plus 1 weekend at Stagecoach resulted in the city itself handing out $61,000 in fines.
So they probably just budgeted in. They're like, we're going to go over.
That's what the
chump
EDC
change.
people do.
That's chump change compared to what everyone's paying and how much they're making, right?
Right. Yeah, of course.
Is Stagecoach still the one that they're sending all the Bachelorette people to?
Yeah, I believe all the Bravo people as well. They get to hook up with each other.
Oh,
nice.
I don't know if the hospital bill for this guy right here was that much money. Hey, he's not an adult. Yep, Kid Cudi is right, and he ate it off of the stage. He tried to jump off to give the people a one-on-one or a personal experience, and instead of alerting the security guards that were literally right in front of him, I sent you guys the video, by the way, he just decided to jump 6 feet onto the ground and literally broke his ankle.
Oh, damn.
He had to cut the set short, broke his foot. Hey, guys, so I broke my foot today at the show, just leaving the hospital. Never a broken bone before, so this is all a bit crazy. I want to thank you all for your concerns and well wishes. I love y'all, man. I heard y'all still raging when I was off stage. Made me smile big. And now he will be smiling big in a big old cast. Oh,
that
gosh.
sucks.
Time to be a flying, or do I have time for...
You're good
maybe
for it.
two?
I don't know if you guys do this, but anytime I see an adult with a cast, and Courtney will do this too, you're like, you were drunk, right? Almost every time you see an adult with a broken leg or a broken arm, you're like,
I didn't have a cast, but I had a big shoe.
You did have that big shoe.
I had the big shoe, and people were like, were you hammered? And I was not.
How do you react to adults with braces?
It's hard to take them seriously.
Wish you were drunk, right? Harry Styles has a new stalker who has now been jailed because, she did a lot of stalking. By the way, have you guys seen Baby Reindeer yet on Netflix?
No.
Just finished that. Fantastic. I mean, apparently completely true story. I just found out this morning from my girlfriend that the man who stars in it, he wrote it, and it's all about him. And it's this woman who intensely stalked him to the point in which, she has been jailed. And perfectly, I think, told where it's very funny, but also gets very dark. I don't know. I recommend it.
Do reindeers come into play at some point?
She called him her baby reindeer. That was the nickname for it.
Oh, it's my little baby reindeer.
But it's a true story. The lady's still around taking selfies and stuff.
Oh, nice.
But this is not her. I'm talking about Harry Styles' stalker, who's jailed for sending him a couple cards in a month. How many? 8,000 cards in 1 month.
Wow.
Her name is Mira Carvalho. She appeared in Harrow Crown Court sitting with the Magistrates Court in London, said to have
Sounds
stocked...
expensive.
Yeah, by sending
Also, time take. Like, that's over 250 cards a
I
day.
mean, did she write in every single one or just mailed them out?
That's true.
She had been
You
staying...
still have to, either write or print the address on them.
Yeah, very true. She was forbidden from attending any event where Styles was performing. She'd been staying at a hostel in southwest London, also ordered not to contact the singer directly or indirectly. She sent it was handwritten letters while in the UK, ordered a series of cards for him online that were sent to his address, and then it somehow led up to 8,000 in just 1 month. So
Damn.
There you go. Happy
That's
stalking from
16
jail.
cards an hour, provided this person gets 8 hours of sleep.
Thank you for doing that math, Christopher. On the boob tube, no math needed. We just have to use our eyes and our ears. I don't know why I chose this for the boob tube, but welcome to it. TMZ presents Amy and Sly, Rivals, Friends, and Icons on Fox. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as the 11th season finale on MTV. Weakest Link on NBC. And the first season finale of Shogun on FX. Drew Carey, and that ended abruptly. And Weird Al will be on after
Did you say
midnight.
Drew Carey?
Drew Carey.
Oh, sorry.
I love Drew Carey.
Duh, what's the deal? Follow your dreams. I'm on Instagram. Maybe not after the joke. At Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
No, thank you.
When we come
I'm a
back,
Jewish person.
I think I talked over that just a little tiny bit, and I'm truly regretting it.
It's okay.
All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about what has some folks crying in a diner, and we'll also hear from you with your dispatches. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, no major problems, surprisingly. Traffic is up to speed on State Road 429 and the Greenway. Authorities are still working on that accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound at Canoe Creek Road. The right lane is blocked there, and there's an earlier accident still causing delays on Orange Avenue northbound at Highway 408. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. 2 out of every 3 jobs will require some education or training beyond high school. A Florida Prepaid 1-year university plan can be used at universities, trade and technical schools nationwide. Plans start at just $34 a month. Florida Prepaid open enrollment ends April 30th.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Enjoying the News Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Most people pack their swimsuit away in the fall, and it doesn't come out again until May. That's when things get interesting. Or maybe a better word is shocking, especially if you've gained weight since wearing it last year. But don't worry, Red Mountain Weight Loss has the solution with prescription semaglutide. Semaglutide is an exciting new breakthrough in medical weight loss. It's the main ingredient in Ozempic, and clinic studies have shown it accelerates weight loss, helping you lose up to 15 pounds or more per month. At Red Mountain Weight Loss, we have semaglutide in stock and ready to ship today. It's available as a weekly injection or a daily tablet. Plus, you'll get the support of our licensed medical team with meal plans to speed your progress and medical solutions to prevent side effects, all for half the price of Ozempic. Lose weight and look great this summer with semaglutide from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Schedule your free consultation today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone, keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from the Today Show. From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember, see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, FUN. F-U-N. Fun. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio. 104.1.
tackling sensitive subjects with unparalleled irreverence. You're listening.
Woo! I was just getting ready for the show. You know
Of
how it
course.
goes.
If
I didn't
only
know.
our mics were on for all the noises.
I didn't know the mic was on. Just like clearing out things over here. Apologies for those of you who
Hey,
heard
got
that.
people ready for us to come back.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, it was on purpose. I did it all on purpose. That's what it was. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Jean or Jean, not sure, emails and says, I was listening to your show about TikTok. We talked about TikTok. The whole show is not about TikTok in case you're just tuning in right now.
No, it's TikTok Tuesday.
Damn it. It does work out, doesn't it? I suggest you watch a podcast called The China Show. Also, TikTok and Simply Words is malware. Thank you, Jean. I'm not watching a whole podcast or anything like that for you to tell me why TikTok is bad. The question that I pose to absolutely anybody out there is tell me why, other than China bad, tell me why TikTok should be banned and every other app is not doing the same exact thing. You can't tell me that because it's just not the case. Tell me why the app stores can't regulate what's going on here and can't make sure that apps like TikTok aren't doing anything nefarious, aren't using data in a way that they're not allowed to. It's not within the terms of service for the Apple platform and the Google platform.
Hold on a second on that, though. I don't think there's Apple when they the app stores when they approve an app, they don't get the source code.
They get a version.
They get a compiled app, correct?
Yes, they get a compiled version of the program, which they are able to. No, they do get this. So they get the uploaded code, but it is compiled. I'm not sure what they can actually do with it, but I would be mind blown status if they didn't scan it to determine whether or not it was like going to spread malware.
But like the source code, that's your private, that's your proprietary information.
Yeah, you upload what's on Google. I think it's an APK.
Right.
I believe that's a real nerd right now.
Well, basically, what we're saying is instead of the file that just runs the app, instead of the app, you get all the things that make up the app. And I know that there have been apps in the past, like I think one of them was a flashlight app that had hidden code in it that if you hit a certain number of buttons a certain way, it would unlock tethering on your iPhone for free, and it was like a loophole that they didn't know about. And there's been plenty of other like different apps and stuff where they've had to tell people, all right, we caught you, get rid of that. But it was, I thought, because it's they can't like comb through all the source code of these apps. They need to just use the app and tell you whether or not they approve it.
I would be blown away, though, if they didn't scan it for things. Like if they didn't have some kind of proprietary Apple software or Google software that determined what this app was going to do and whether it was a danger. And whenever there are holes like that, because obviously, you got apps that slip through like the ones you mentioned, I'm sure they patch them up. I really think that this is just one of those examples of a lot of people think China bad. And I get it. Like China's a communist country. The United States, despite what's happening in some political circles, doesn't like communism, thinks it's bad, thinks China is an evil empire. I have a lot of issues with China, whether it be Hong Kong or what's going on with the Uyghur Muslims or various different things that are concerning that you see China do, right? But I also think there's a propensity for stupidity here where people just go, man, that TikTok is bad. It's brainwashing all the kids. And you go, are the social media apps brainwashing the kids? Yes, they are. But all of them are doing this. So either you regulate all of them or we're entering into some sort of warfare here where China will go, oh, yeah, our companies have to divest if they operate in the United States of America. We think USA is bad. All the companies that operate in China now have to abide by that. And that is a catastrophe. That would be a very bad thing. So that's my take on it. My take is that people are very scared of something that's not really happening.
And there are some companies that China like goes after and goes, I think the Hong Kong thing is part of it, right? Because weren't there a lot of travel agencies that if you said Hong Kong was its own country, China would shut you down there, something like that.
Yeah, they have some regulations on that. Like, there's things in China that you absolutely you can't search for online. Like, I'm pretty sure if you're in China and you search for Falun Gong, you just don't see anything. There's nothing that pops up because China does not, since Mao and even before that, China has been a country that is very anti-religious. And when religions pop up, they see that as a threat to the Communist Party of China, and they try to stomp that out. And they regulate all kinds of stuff like that. But I don't think that this is an actual problem. You know what I mean? I don't think this is actually something that's happening more so than something that people are scared of. And I think, personally, that TikTok's algorithm is simply set to give you exactly what you want, exactly what you watch, exactly what you react to, and give you that over and over and over and over again. So each and every person has their own kind of individualized stream within that.
Cute baby raccoon talk is my latest. Yeah, I liked one video, followed a gal, and now it's just all cute little baby raccoons.
See, it could be glorious and adorable like the raccoons, or it could be you look up something that's like controversial or negative, and then you're just getting steamrolled with it. So that's what I think is happening there. And I think politicians go, this will be popular. We're going to say we're shutting down TikTok. And that's where they find themselves. Whether they'll actually push through with this in the Senate, I don't know. But we got way bigger fish to fry. There's a man who is inside a diner and I guess was very upset. Very, very upset. One woman was so upset she started crying, allegedly. You shouldn't be crying in a diner.
So crying in diners?
Diners are glorious places. Love me a good diner. I absolutely love a good diner. Not a chain diner, like a off the beaten path diner that just been there forever.
Like
no, not like IHOP, but I like IHOP. I actually do legitimately like the International House of Pancakes.
You talk about it all the time, so I found that statement prior to very confusing.
I mean, just a regular run-of-the-mill diner. Good stuff. They got like that flat top C-lane where you know so much has been cooked on there.
Yeah.
Nice and seasoned.
There's sweat. There's definitely some line-cooked sweat in there.
They used to have one in Daytona Beach. It might still be there. That was like a Starlight Diner or something like that. Looked like a train car. Looked like one of those really thin, skinny diners that you couldn't fit a lot of people in, but that was some good food, good eating.
Yeah. Well, that's where they're at. And they're upset because of this trial going on in New York City for Trump. Let's listen in and see what's going on over there. Here we go.
This is going to land with a jury, much less the public.
What?
Yeah, Will, you make an interesting point because you talk about the case.
Oh, they're
and
going
as you
live.
know, the former president continues to make this theme that they're after you, the American public. This is not about me. This is about targeting a political opponent. I was talking to this young lady right here. Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
She's got a Trump flag inside the diner.
How could she eat if her hands are tucked in?
This lady is
Completely
big
wrapped.
time vested. She is as on the Trump train as you could possibly be. So she's upset
Talking about
this.
the former president being under prosecution right now. What do you make of it? Do you think that is fair?
No, I don't think it's fair. It's ridiculous. They're just trying to keep him busy so he can't run.
You were telling me yesterday that
she's wearing it
backwards,
by the way.
She is. It's inside out. Oh,
she's so vested that she's wearing the Trump flag as a vest, but she's got it inside out.
And the guy in the background here, you see this gentleman? He kind of looks like he's trying to hide.
Extra.
He's got like one of those newsboys hats on. He's
like, I just wanted a damn meal.
He's got to pull his cap down. He doesn't necessarily.
Just got done delivering papes. See,
watching about what was going on in New York, that it brought you to tears. Why is that?
Tears because we need Trump back, or else we're going to lose our country. We're going to lose our country, and what's happening with these protesters
it's nice
is
you got to turn those on immediately.
It's history happening all over again, and they don't understand how bad it could get or will get if we don't get Trump back in.
Thank you so much. Let's talk with some more folks here.
Okay. Dude, if you find yourself this wrapped up into politics, I encourage you.
I mean, literally wrapped up. She has a flag
wrapped up in the Trump flag
around her body.
if you find yourself, and I don't care what side you're on, like if you find yourself, your life is taken over by political discussions like that, you got to get outside. You got to deep breath of fresh air. You got to look around at the actual human beings around you. You got to interact with nature or something. It swallows people whole. It does. And I've seen this happen to so many people, and you go, that's not a great way to live. Folks, we only have so long on this planet. The ride is not guaranteed.
I mean, but if you're crying actual tears because Trump is not in the office, you do understand, based on your love of politics, I'm sure, that if he gets reelected, he's only in office for 4 more years, and then he's not allowed in at all.
Yeah.
How much crying are you going to do then?
I don't know. Tears in the diner over this whole thing. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Before we go to your dispatches, excuse me,
Bless you.
Little burp coming through today. I saw a story. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. I think it was in Variety, and it was about the Family Guy staff, like the staff who's still cranking out the Family Guy over there at Fox.
Who wants a popsicle?
In particular, you know the name. It was from Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
Who he's Joe Swanson on Family Guy. And when I read this, I was like, oh, how awkward would this be? And I guess Patrick Warburton from Family Guy and Seinfeld fame, his mom hates Family Guy. Like she literally, she was part of a campaign to get Family Guy canceled.
What?
Okay,
Did she know her son was on Family Guy?
She just hates the show. They said, my mother went around a neighborhood passing out pamphlets on the sins of masturbation when I was a child.
Embarrassing.
Oh, so this is not like a normal person who happens to hate Family Guy. This is a very religious,
mom number one of 1 million moms.
This is not anything that Patrick Warburton is surprised by. She probably didn't care for Seinfeld.
Probably not. She probably doesn't like anything that's not to her religious liking, I would guess. But he says they hate the show even more today than they did 25 years ago. My father was in a monastery for 3 months. He almost became a monk. My mother went around the neighborhood passing out pamphlets on the sins of masturbation, which did not get me into the cool crowd. So they hate the show. He said, my mom belonged to the American Television Council, and they were trying to get the show canceled. I was helping support my parents at the time with Family Guy money. She tried to get me to sign the petition to cancel the show. He said, I said, Mom, if you don't think I'm going to talk about this publicly, this is the greatest irony. You're laundering money. You're laundering money to yourself. They hate it even more today. So he's getting Family Guy monies. His parents aren't doing well financially, so he's paying them and helping them out with the Family Guy monies. And his mom is trying to get the show that's paying him canceled.
Also, the idea that his mom went around the neighborhood with trying to stop masturbation.
Right.
Imagine growing up and just in full fear. If you ever even tried to do it, you're just scared the whole time.
Yeah.
That's awful. That
Right
might
up until the
ruin
finish line.
masturbation forever.
Well, it definitely does a number on people.
Nothing will do such a thing.
Have your moms go around and do that. How about that?
Except for literally chopping off my hands.
Can't
Y'all
stop this man. It can't be stopped, folks. He's like a superhero in that world. And all right, quick break. When we come back,
And that's how my mom hates this show.
J-Boy, to the rescue.
All right, we're going to hear from you, your dispatches, in just a moment. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. In fact, let's work in one or two. We got enough time to do that, so we might
Just
as well
like
hear
Celine
your
did as a
voice.
child.
Here's InternetExplorer.exe. It says, I did an accidental blackface. Okay. There you go. Hello?
Good afternoon, Sean, Sabrina, and Celine.
Hello.
So the story is a couple of years ago, me and my girlfriend attended a Halloween party, and we dressed up as Beast Boy and Raven. They're from the Teen Titans, the DC comic universe.
Yep.
And Beast
familiar?
Boy, which
Yeah,
is the
familiar.
character that I dressed up as,
Teen
is a
Titans.
shape-shifting individual
Green.
whose skin is the same color of green as the Hulk's.
Okay.
And so I am dressed up completely, and every
That's green
part
face.
of exposed skin is colored Hulk green.
All right. You're fine so far.
So we both dressed up. We go to the party, and the lighting in the party is red LED.
Oh, God.
And if you know your color theory, when you mix green and red, what you get is pitch black. So every photo of me at that party is in accidental blackface.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, dude. Send us a picture.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. Because when you try to explain that one afterwards, I don't know that people are going to buy it.
No, I swear.
The lighting. Yeah, the lighting was blue. My skin was green. Explaining is losing. Here's Big Bad Beard with a dispatch for him.
Oh, Sean, I told you it was drug related. I knew it. You didn't think it was. I think I'm right. This screams drug related, man. Anyway.
I have weird memories of my takes sometimes. We were talking about the woman who was abducted in broad daylight and then killed and involved the green Acura and all that stuff. This case needs a name, so it's easier to follow along. The abduction mystery, whatever you want to call it.
Well, most people are calling it a carjacking, but it's clearly we've found that it's not as random.
More. All right, it's much more than that. The daylight carjacking was definitely more than that. All of us, when we started speculating off the jump, had a billion questions about this, and all of us were like, this is a big-time gang thing or mafia thing, and all of those are going to break down to drug dealing. So, yeah, I mean, this is not a novel take. This is not, it was obvious to everybody involved. You don't just go around and carjack a random woman like that, generally speaking. This was targeted. And so why is the person targeted? Why is the person willing to risk everything to do this to them in rush hour traffic? Well, there's going to be something nefarious, criminal behind that. So it seems kind of obvious to me.
Question, and this might be a dumb question, but if so, that's fine. Aside from your cultural background or the color of your skin, is there a difference between a gang, a mafia, or a cartel?
I don't really think so.
I bet Google has the answer.
I think
if you hear mafia, you automatically think Italian. You think like the mob. You think breaking kneecaps, but it's still crime related.
All right. So Quora came through. Now this is all like based on someone else's answers, and I guess upvoted. They say when it comes to a mafia, that's more Italian based.
Yeah, it tends to be, right? And as with the other one would be like Mexican, South American, Central American.
They have ads, so forget that. So, and then Wiki has organized crime, and that has just all the different titles.
All
under
of
one
it is
umbrella.
organized crime. The cartel, I think, kind of implies that it's multiple gangs working together. I'm not positive, but I think that, to me, it makes sense, but we'll see. CNJ Forge over on YouTube says, I believe Sean said she wasn't likely a drug runner due to the for sale sign with a phone number on her vehicle. No, I was saying it seems to me that it would be strange for her to have been in the middle of a drug run in that vehicle, right? Like, if you were any good at what you were doing and you were running drugs or involved in some sort of criminal activity, you wouldn't be doing it in a vehicle with your phone number on the back of it. But these people seem to be very, very bad at their criminal enterprise that they were engaged in, whatever that may have been. And I guess they were in that vehicle. Zephyr's Biker says, gangs are general mayhem and drugs, and mafia is extortion, gambling mainly. You're just talking about the jobs that they do. It's still organizations doing the same kind of thing, criminal enterprise stuff. We'll take a quick break because we've run late here. But we do have you on the horizon, plus 46,000 planes got jammed. What does this mean? Who was the person behind this and why did they do it? All of those questions answered. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
What is everybody on that this is the look?
What do you mean, like the scrunchies around their legs?
Big old hair scrunchies, mom jeans. It's like just bad.
Man, you don't know what you're...
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I'm getting all horny just thinking about it.
Okay.
You're listening to the Monsters in the Morning.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Authorities are working on that accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound at Canoe Creek Road. The right lane is blocked there. The left shoulder is blocked on Florida's Turnpike southbound between Oakland Exchange and Colonial Drive, and 2 left lanes are blocked on Orange Avenue. Northbound at Highway 408, travel with caution through there. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. Florida Prepaid Open Enrollment is happening now. Plan pricing is the lowest it's been in 10 years, with prepaid plans now starting at just $34 a month. Don't miss your chance to lock in 2024 plan pricing. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
As a parent, you're probably unsure what college will look like for your child in the future. Rest assured, Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. There's no way to know what type of higher education your child will pursue years from now. But whether it's a 2-year state college, 4-year university, trade, or technical school, in-state or out, our flexible 529 prepaid plans will help you pay for it, starting at just $34 a month. So you can plan on giving your child the best future possible. Florida Prepaid Open Enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
Hey there, it's Russ Rollins. I'm talking to all the homeowners out there who are tired of staring at their cold swimming pools. It's time to stop wasting money on a pool that you can't use. With Solar Source, you can enjoy your pool year-round like I do. Top 5 things Solar Source customers do after solar heating their pools? Well, spend time with your family. Go nighttime swimming. You got movie nights in the pool. You got water workouts and much more. Friends of mine, friends of Russ Rollins, can save big money when scheduling a free consultation today at solarsource.com/monsters. Don't wait any longer. Start enjoying your pool again with Solar Source.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Frank Gay has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with a tune-up for only $89 for a limited time. Friendly, speedy, and expert service. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
At International Diamond Center, you can take your time and design and meticulously create the most unique, most exquisite ring imaginable. But if that's not your thing, we understand. And that's why we created the IDC Signature Collection. Ready-to-wear rings at every price point.
It's a complete ring that's already done. We pick out the small diamonds, and we pick out the center diamond, and it's assembled, and it gets our stamp of approval.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire.
People like this because of the value that they're receiving, because they're getting a complete ring without having to piece it together themselves.
Even if your budget is $1,000, IDC has a ring you can take with you today with a quality, stylish setting and a GIA-certified diamond.
We did all the hard work for you. Listen, we're the experts. And our job is to pick the right diamond for the right setting at the right price point. And I think we do a pretty good job of it.
Discover the No Stress IDC Signature Collection. Buy it today, propose with it tonight. International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Online at shopidc.com.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Hey, everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from the Today Show.
From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like One Hit Wonders Radio. The greatest one-hit wonders of all time. Ones you definitely remember. And ones that'll make you say, oh yeah. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search One Hit Wonders, and listen now. Commercial free. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Fun. F-U-N. Fun. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This
And I think everybody has the wrong take. Like almost everybody I've seen talking about this has the absolute wrong take. Let me tell you what the right take is. Okay, have you guys seen some of the stuff, specifically at Columbia University with the student protests that have been happening there for the Palestine-Israel stuff? I don't know if you've seen any of the footage, but there's been a lot of talk about that, specifically online, but you know, there's been discussion just around the internet about these protests.
Big enough that they've canceled all the in-person classes, right?
Jesus. Right, yeah. At one of the schools, they said because of the inability to guarantee the safety of some of the students, the Jewish students, they were going to cancel classes. And I find people, everybody is still way too sensitive. Even a lot of you people who don't think you're too sensitive, you become sensitive when you don't like what the words are, right? So when it comes to free speech, especially on college campuses, I say you enforce laws, right? The students should not be able to harass other students. That is going on here, and that should be stopped, and the students that are doing that should be expelled from the schools or suspended or punished in some significant way, right? Then you have... You're not allowed to openly call for violence against people. There's all kinds of different things you're not allowed to do. And if people are violating any actual laws, the police should arrest them. They should stop them from doing what they're doing. If they're out there like impeding traffic during rush hour, arrest them. Arrest all of them. Arrest all of them and throw them in jail and hit them with a sentence that encourages other people to not follow in their footsteps. But if it's just things that you don't like, I think the college students out there openly supporting Hamas is pea-brained nonsense. These are really dumb people. These are really narcissistic, bad people. And it's a terrible take. Well, who cares? Who cares what some dumb kid thinks at Columbia University? Who cares if there's a bunch of them gathered together? Enforce the laws, enforce the rules on the campus. And other than that, no matter if it's to the far left or the far right, kids on schools should be able to say things like this. They should be able to argue with one another. Our problem is that we've gone the other way. And generally that was coming from the left, where it was like, oh no, we can't have Ben Shapiro on the campus. Everybody's going to explode. And they chase down people. That's terrible. All that's bad. But now it's just happening in the other direction, and people are clutching their pearls in the same way. It's like, stop the people who are breaking laws. Stop the people who are harassing students. Everybody should be safe on the campus. They deserve to feel safe on a campus. But other than that, it's important to fight for freedom of speech, even the speech that you don't like on a college campus. So stop losing your minds, everybody. Here's the real take. The take that nobody is saying anything about. C-Lane mentioned it briefly. But Columbia University, a school that costs $70,000 a year to attend, is now, as a result of these protests, going online only for the remainder of the year.
Wowza.
Could you imagine?
No.
If you paid $70,000 for a year of school, and they go, all right, you're going to go e-school now. You're just going online. And I know the year is like wrapping up.
I've seen a couple daytime commercials about e-schools. They turn out just fine, right?
Yeah, but you're not paying $70,000 for them, right?
That's insane.
$70,000.
Are you getting some money back?
I would hope so.
You know, in a perfect world, you'd be getting some money back, or maybe like some of the next semester's credits can be free. But do we think that's going to happen?
No. No way. They're never going to do that. They're going to take their money.
You think that's going to happen at an educational institution that charges that much and still expects their alumni to donate to them afterwards?
Yeah. I just find it mind numbing. Like, why this works this way is beyond me. Bootsy Moonshine says Robert Kraft, that's the owner of the New England Patriots, pulled his donations from Columbia. I heard that he put a freeze on his contributions to Columbia over this, and he has every right to do that. And I understand him being upset by this. And we've fostered a whole bunch of kids through the schooling system who have been radicalized about this Palestinian stuff. And they don't just openly support people in Gaza or people in the West Bank. They're anti-Israel. They are anti-Jew. And some of them are happy enough to tell you, usually with a mask on, that they are supporting Hamas. So one thing that they should do immediately, and we have a problem here because it kind of butts up against the pandemic stuff, is we need to do away with the mask thing. Because if you want to go out there and you want that to be your opinion, you want to say it in public, you need to have the balls to show your face. You know, the balls to show who you are out in public when you're doing this on your campus. And Columbia University, hey, little message for you. If somebody's paying you $70,000 a year to go to your school, they deserve to be secure and safe on campus. Every last one of them deserves to be secure and safe. If you can't get it together and you can't enforce rules or set things up so that students can engage in debate, but people aren't like going nuts and attacking other people, what are you doing with all of this money? $70,000, all those kids, every single one of those kids, $70,000 for each year, for each of they're swimming in hundreds of millions of dollars. And then they're like, we're going to go to e-school because we don't know how to get control of this.
A long vacation, I'm sure, for all the administrators.
When does the school year end? June?
I mean, you have summer session as well. There's summer semesters. So.
But if you paid for this year and this semester, it'll probably, I think it is college. Does college end before like high school, or is that different?
God, it's been a minute, Sean.
Yeah,
I don't
have a clue. I'm just trying to see how much of the semester they're losing going online only because of this nonsense. I don't know what the actual answer is to that, but here you go. And this is happening at various universities across the country. It should not shock us at all that campus kids, campus activists in particular, do this kind of stuff. We should be shocked that the universities can't keep it under control. Have a set of rules. If the kids want to protest, if they want to have their opinion be heard, let them know what the rules of the school are, enforce those rules. And then beyond that, you have laws in any particular place and enforce those laws. The rest of it's nonsense. $70,000 a year, man. It makes me lose my mind thinking about this. All right, we'll see what you think. Go over to the newsjunkie.com and fire us off a dispatch right now. That's not even to speak of this Alec Baldwin thing. And I don't know why this keeps happening. Why do I have to defend Alec Baldwin? I don't like Alec Baldwin. Why do I have to keep defending Alec Baldwin?
I knew when I saw this and when I saw the pictures and read the story, I was like, this is so annoying if you're Alec Baldwin, but it's annoying if you're anybody. And why do people do this? But Sean, who hates Alec Baldwin, is going to come to his defense on this.
The guy's just trying to get a coffee, and some woman's harassing him in a coffee shop.
Was Ilaria not there to defend him?
He was by himself, and he's looking old. He was looking, this rust stuff has really put him through the ringer. We'll get into what happened there. We'll get into the 46,000 planes that got jammed and what that means and jury duty. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Need a woman in your life who responds to your most important commands? Hey Siri, play Real Radio 104.1.
This is three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
Is Chicago really a bad fit for Caleb Williams? We know they have a head coach on the hot seat and a new OC. Sure, it'd be better if he was going to Shanahan or Andy Reid, but if you're destined to be a star, you'll be a star. Burrow, Stroud, Lawrence, all overcame dysfunction. Caleb, in my opinion, will be just fine in Chicago. I'm Colin Coward.
Mother's Day is coming up, and Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on great gifts that Mom is going to love, all for $15 and under. Get low prices every day at Macy's Backstage. Find a store near you today at macy'sbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Are you bogged down with constant sneezing, watery eyes, and congestion? Do you get sinus headaches and infections? No one should have to suffer season after season. And thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, treating your allergies is easier than you think. With personalized treatment plans tailored to your needs and budget, you can say goodbye to allergy and sinus issues for good. Book your appointment today at AspireAllergy.com. Aspire Allergy and Sinus, where relief is just around the corner. AspireAllergy.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneummonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over Life Imaging FLA. April is Stress Awareness Month, and of course, stress is your body's natural response to pressure. It's also linked to 6 leading causes of death, and that includes heart disease and cancer. Often, those do not have symptoms. As a matter of fact, we know that many patients who have heart disease, their very first symptom was sudden death, and we also know that many life situations or life events can cause you stress. Let Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan make sure that you're fine. My mother and father-in-law did this, and the relief they got from a clear scan was unbelievable. And remember, there are no dyes, no injections. You don't have to take your clothes off. The entire thing only lasts about 10 minutes. Do what I did. Get that free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. Remember, just a few minimum requirements, but it is a $699 value, and it's easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Make that call today, guys. Make 2024 the year you take care of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Not to brag, but I've been crushing it lately. And all credit goes to frozen drinks from McDonald's.
Clean my apartment while crushing an ice-cold Oreo frappe. Love that chocolate flavor. Hint of coffee and Oreo cookie pieces. Crush work in overtime thanks to a drizzly caramel frappe. Even fix my own car while crushing a creamy mocha frappe. Start crushing it yourself with a delicious, refreshing frappe from Mickey D's. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from the Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
For hanging out with us today. We do appreciate it. No matter who you are, no matter if you think I'm right or if you think I'm wrong, still love you, still appreciate you, even if we're fighting sometimes. We want to hear your dispatches. Maybe there'll be some battles that build up there. Maybe not. Maybe you'll be in a good mood. We'll see what happens when we go over to those momentarily. But Alec Baldwin was not in a good mood. I can't play the audio because this lady who is so obnoxious, and I'm not even going to plug her show because she has some stupid show she does on, I don't know if she just does it online or whatever, but I don't want to give any more attention to that for her terrible behavior. Alec Baldwin, as annoying as he can be, and he seems to be maybe not the best guy, he's got some problems. This woman comes up to him in a coffee shop in New York City, and she starts demanding that he says free Palestine, and then she goes in on him for the Rust stuff. And then she's saying F Israel, F Zionism, all kinds of things to Alec Baldwin, who's just trying to order a coffee, right? Yeah. And it's just an obnoxious human being, a human being who's winning over nobody with their arguments. And maybe that's not even the goal here. But watching this, I was like, all right, here I am. Now I got to defend Alec Baldwin again. Now I got to come to his defense because people shouldn't be harassing other people like that on the streets. Leave other human beings alone, for God's sake. Let them just enjoy their day.
My mind's a bit blown that he's going to a coffee shop himself.
He's always been that way, though. I have seen so many videos of Alec Baldwin just kind of, bopping around New York.
Avoid it, man.
No, I think he has a house somewhere else, but I think he's a lot of times just in New York City. People just see him around New York City. And he goes to all the same places everybody else does. And you're going to have these losers who try to get some attention off of you.
You think he takes the subway?
I mean, it seems like it would be really annoying. And I don't even know if this is a stance where you're like, I'm better than everybody. I just think if you were at a certain level of fame, and I would argue Alec Baldwin is probably there, it would be annoying to be around too many people in public all the time. Like, you go, oh, what? So people would recognize you and you'd be famous? Oh, like, that's so terrible.
So I know we've talked about in the past how for a time when Billy Joel does his Madison Square Garden concerts in New York City, he would take a helicopter, but he stopped doing that.
Yeah.
And at most of that journey, I think he has a car that takes him from place to place. But for part of it, he just takes the Long Island Railroad. Like, he's just on the train.
That's crazy.
He probably has a couple fans on the railroad that like got tickets to the show. They're like, we're going to take the LIRR in and watch the show. And he's also on the train. Granted, there's like a limo or at least a nice black town car ready to pick him up, when he gets off the train.
Yeah, right.
But he ditched the helicopter thing because of it's dangerous.
That would be so insane to experience. To be on the same train as him would be cool, but I feel like I would completely Chris Farley the interview. And I'd just be like, oh, this is cool, man. Here you are, and here I am. Arnott on YouTube says, couldn't Alec Baldwin have walked away like you said the Apple River guy should have? A big stretch between this and the Apple River stabbing murder case. But yes, absolutely. Alec Baldwin shouldn't have hit this woman with his hands or whatever, knocked her phone out of her hands. You shouldn't do that either. But I can see why it would be tempting.
It's very weird how, and I don't know, I only read this from one place. So I haven't, I think the place that went out of their way to say he punched a woman's phone and not punched a woman. I haven't heard anybody go, Alec Baldwin attacked a woman, he punched her phone.
Yeah, I think he's just doing that thing when somebody's filming you and you just kind of shove your hand on him or whatever.
But he did in the perfect way that there was no skin of hers that was touched.
I don't know. He probably did make contact with her. It would be impossible
he practices,
for him not
he
to.
makes Hilaria hold up the phone and just swat.
How you say cucumber?
I get it, though. If you were in that position, it would be pretty tempting to swat the person. You shouldn't, but it would be tempting to just hit the moron screaming stuff at you. All right, here we go. Let's get into it, friends. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. How? 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. And he will help you, just like he helps me. Anytime I need legal assistance, I go to Moses DeWitt. In fact, I had to have some conversations with him yesterday about some stuff, and he's always so helpful, so incredibly good at what he's doing. And that's why I love to recommend reaching out to Just Call Mo to anybody who is in one of these instances where you need an attorney. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. This is a weird one. Let's go on a journey together, guys. Let's see what's happening here. This happened in Hillsboro, Oregon, and it happened on Sunday. Here's the story. By the way, let me know if I run into anything you guys talked about yesterday on the show.
Only about like 6 things.
Did you?
No.
Did you guys talk about this woman who was on the doorbell camera begging for help, and they're trying to figure out what was going on with her? You didn't? Okay. I'm still trying to sort it out myself, but let's go to this report from KGW where they talk about this woman who was begging for help at a stranger's house.
David, they tell us they don't recognize the woman seen screaming for help or the man who ran up and grabbed her seconds later. But Hillsboro police hope someone recognizes them and knows where they are.
This is a wild one.
The video is heart-stopping.
Please help me! Please help me!
Wow. And the guy just grabs her and picks her up and takes her away from this house. I don't know what's going on here, but that woman seemed like she was in distress for sure. And then some dude just picks her up and runs away with her. It was very quick.
The video is heart-stopping.
Please help me!
My God.
Please help
What?
me!
Police
He just literally
say this
carries her away.
possible kidnapping was captured by a doorbell camera
lot of
at
kidnapping
10:48
lately.
Sunday night.
Well, hang on. I mean,
Great
is it a
B-roll.
First of all, I don't think is it still considered kidnapping? We've talked about this before. Or is it just abduction? It would be an abduction, I think.
What's kidnapping
And
then?
It definitely, kidnapping implies children, does it not?
I just thought kidnapping was kidnapping.
I always think of kidnapping as a little kid. Maybe the word is used more broadly to speak of anybody being taken away or abducted.
Here we go. Kidnapping is the taking away of a person by force, threat, or deceit with intent to cause him or her to be detained against his or her will. Kidnapping may be done for ransom or for political or other purposes. Abduction is the criminal taking away of a person by persuasion, by fraud, or by open force or violence.
So they don't even mention age?
The same thing. No,
they don't even mention age in that definition. Okay, so it's probably just broadly used then. And this was definitely that, right? Like you have a woman who clearly did not want to be taken away and a man taking her away. So we need to find this guy and this woman as soon as possible.
Near Southeast 32nd Avenue and East Main Street in Hillsborough.
When we saw that video, we couldn't believe it. We were like shocked.
Please help me! Marisol and her family live here.
We were traumatized.
For safety reasons, she's asked that we not show her face. Marisol says she doesn't recognize either of the people in the video. After missing the initial doorbell.
The video or the snapshot they got of her is okay.
It is, but then, can we not take the time of the video and other people's cameras or street cameras or anything to narrow something down?
I would hope that they're doing that, trying to find out where they were.
Marisa, you gave the name and the pretty much exact or approximate location of your house. I don't know if hiding your face is going to stop people from knowing who you are.
She must have just answered the door when the news arrived, because I don't know that she sought this out. If she did seek it out and approach the news, then she's really not doing a good job of hiding that anonymity. We could see the doorbell camera, and we can figure out some stuff here. But they got a good picture of the woman, and the photo of the guy's a little blurry, not super easy to see what this guy's up to. But they said she was frantic. The suspect and the victim knew each other, and this is not a random attack, says the police, right? They said there's no danger to the public right now. They did not detail how they knew each other, how they were.
So they know who they are.
Yes, yeah. They found the guy and the woman because they tracked them down through this camera footage, and they said the suspect and the victim knew each other, and this was not a random attack. Is the update? There is no danger to the public, but they're not telling us anymore. I don't know what the hell that means.
Are they doing some random acting? They just found this poor woman's doorbell cam and said, "You know, it would be hilarious. Let's really freak this chick out."
It's an audition. They're going meta.
Like it seems like there should be more questions, and I'm sure they asked a bunch of stuff, but there you go. We'll see if we get any other updates on that. When we come back, I can't believe I haven't done it yet, but the 46,000 planes that got jammed, I will finally tell you what's going on. Plus, there's somebody who says they know why Jennifer Lopez is flopping, and I don't know if they are really on to something, but we'll see what you think. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
It's pretty mellow on most of the major roadways. Traffic is up to speed on I-4. No major problems on State Road 429 or the Greenway, and it's smooth sailing on the beach line there. On Florida's Turnpike, there's an accident blocking the right lane southbound at Canoe Creek Road, causing a bit of congestion. Travel with caution through there. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. Florida 529 prepaid college plans can be used in-state or out at public, private, trade, and technical schools nationwide. Enrolling is quick, and plans now start at just $34 a month. Florida Prepaid Open Enrollment ends April 30th.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Join the Monsters in the morning for a live broadcast and a chance to make a difference and help us raise funds for UBIC Food Pantry. Friday, May 3rd at San Jose's original Mexican restaurant in Altamont Springs. Reinvent your tradition. Join Russ, Angel, and Ryan along with Amber Nova, Angelique, Daisy Del Toro, Sabrina, and Savannah for a May 3rd Cinco de Mayo celebration. Yeah, we know Cinco means 5, but they're not coming in on Sunday. Donate money and have one of our Monster Girls give you a tequila slap shot, or donate a lot of money to watch Russ Rollins get slapped. What's that, Venmo? Enjoy a Monster Margarita, enjoy join us for an epic Slapo de Cinco de Mayo celebration. Friday, May 3rd at San Jose's original Mexican restaurant in Altamont Springs. Get more info at realradio.fm/slap.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio. 104.1.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
Kidnapping. That's the new thing. Okay, we can do that for a while.
I mean, I reread what Sabrina read about the difference between abduction and kidnapping. There didn't seem to be much difference.
Yeah, it's weird that there's 2 words for that. It seems very clear to me that kidnapping was napping a kid, like it's taking away a kid, and that was how we referred to people stealing children. And then over time, the word just kind of changes. This happens with it's language. It's how language works. Words evolve and change over time. And that one just now is used as a catch-all for people getting taken away.
I see what you did there. Catch-all?
That guy was arrested. That dude who did that. Yeah. Somebody sent an updated link from just a little while ago. It says, a man was arrested after a doorbell camera in Hillsborough captured video of a woman being kidnapped Early Monday morning, Hillsborough police got a report of a kidnapping caught on a community member's doorbell camera. A team of investigators was formed and requested help from the community to identify the suspect and victim from the video being circulated on social media. They found him this morning, and they said the suspect was arrested and the victim is safe. According to the police, the victim and suspect knew each other, and this attack was not random. The suspect was charged with kidnapping. So they actually did charge him with it. And they're not releasing any identities, blah, 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 blah. That's probably all we'll hear of this, at least for now.
Gosh.
But just
I wonder
freaky.
if that wouldn't have been investigated, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for that cam.
No, if they didn't hear her trying to freak out and cry for help on the doorbell camera, they probably wouldn't have just checked in on these people randomly, I don't think. Let me pay off this story because I teased it earlier and I owe it to you. 46,000 planes got jammed and officials have a suspect. These planes flying in and out of Europe, especially the eastern part of the continent near Russia, have seen their GPS signals jammed over the past year or so. And there's a suspect.
Over the past year?
Yeah.
So what do they just grab the paper map out?
I think they might have to. I don't know what they do when they lose that. Like all hell breaks loose when we lose our technology these days. They said 46,000 planes since last August have reported GPS issues while cruising over the Baltic Sea. They said aviation officials don't believe Russia is purposely targeting foreign civilian aircraft. The interference still poses a safety risk. GPS jamming can take various forms, including spoofing the plane's crew to think that they're in a different location or relaying erroneous information on flight speed or altitude. And they found out that this was coming from Russia, and yeah, that's what they determined that this was happening from Kaliningrad. Sounds like a beautiful place, I'm sure. But they said this is wildly irresponsible. Yeah, if they're actually there, who knows? This seems like a bad idea, but somebody in Russia is responsible for this.
We did prank on you.
They got him. Got him that time. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. That's the most important part, obviously. The story that is maybe the dumbest one of the day, I think, is a PR expert is weighing in on what they say is the, quote, growing dislike of Jennifer Lopez. Now, let's start there. First things first, is there a growing dislike of Jennifer Lopez?
I don't think so.
She is being made fun of a lot.
We have ticket sales problems, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ticket sales were an issue. Everyone really had a time making fun of or pointing out the corniness of her documentary and then the actual movie that she put out.
Yes. And then didn't she change the
thing.
tour up a little bit?
She did change it to Greatest Hits instead of the new album that is not doing as well.
Right. And I don't know if it's doing better now that she changed that or if that's not working out for her. I always thought, even with younger people, J-Lo is still a big name. I know a bunch of her songs.
Go ahead.
Jenny from the Block.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Come on, you can do it.
No, I can't.
Okay.
My mind is blank on J-Lo songs, but I know them when they come on. I assure you.
If you had give you all my trust.
Yeah, that one too. And there's Waiting for Tonight. That's another one. Yeah, that's a good one. And various
Love
other.
don't cost a thing.
Oh, that's a big one.
Banger.
Yeah.
Was her Waiting for Tonight the Una Noche one, or is there a different Waiting for Tonight?
Great question.
Okay.
I have no idea. I just know the songs when I hear them, and I boogie a little bit. They're catchy.
Boogie time, baby.
I get down with them.
Bailamos.
Yeah. This is
The reason this is happening is because Ben Affleck is in public often looking miserable.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's it.
One of the key reasons
Come on, man.
why she's got this backlash going.
I was
People
going to
start
guess
hating.
that because people really like Ben Affleck, and if he's just looking miserable all the
He's
time, they're like,
always been looking
they're
like
like,
that.
what
man.
is Jennifer Lopez doing to this man?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the meme of sad Ben Affleck. Is that predating him even being with her? He's been sad before he was with J-Lo for sure.
It's just his resting bitch face is very prominent. And
is it bitch face? Because he's looking sad. Sad
it's
face.
just very serious. He smiles, and then there's like footage of him just like as soon as he's done, and we've all done it. As soon as you're done with the cameras or talking to somebody, it goes right back to
I think this will happen to me, though.
resting.
I think I might have that, too.
Oh,
Because
you definitely have it. I mean, I was born with it, without a doubt.
my
How many
my
times
general
I've gotten, you should
face,
smile more.
you know what I blame it on? I got somebody to blame for this. I
Ben
don't remember
Affleck?
his name. No, it's not Ben Affleck. I can't blame him. It was some kid. I also thank this kid, which is strange. I thank him and I blame him, who made the joke. I think I brought it up a long time ago on the show, where I was in class in middle school, and he's like, "What are you doing over there? Catching flies?" Because my resting face would be with my mouth open, you know, like just sitting there with my mouth open. And he started making fun of me.
Good for that kid, because you do people that just randomly have their mouths open all the time.
Sometimes
tend to
their
look dumber.
nostrils are clogged.
I wasn't doing it on purpose. I was just doing it, I guess. And I looked like a fool. And so he made fun of me for it. And then I became like cognizant of always keeping my mouth closed when I was just sitting there idling in life. And now this is my face. This is the results of that.
At
It's just
least
like
yours stays still. When I am not aware that C-Lane still has the camera on me, but you're talking, I think it must be like a little bit of a tick. But I've yet to go to a professional about it. I'm just going to live my life. But I started like doing a little duck lip. And then I'd go like my eyebrows, like almost like, you know, it looks like I'm angry. I'm not. I'm just concentrating.
facial tics like that are a thing. That's absolutely a thing.
Well, I've got it because my girlfriend loves to point it out. She's like, "You're doing your face again," and I'm like, "I don't know what I'm supposed to do." It's probably get some Botox so it doesn't move at all.
You know what gets me, and this is a problem for me. Courtney will look at me and she'll be like, "You okay?" And I'll be like,
"Does he look like you're about to cry?"
And I can't help it. I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And I like it's a bad thing. My response should be like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for caring enough to ask whether I'm okay." But my response would be like, "Do I look like a big pussy over here or something? Like, do I look like I'm not okay? What's happening?" I don't know.
And that leads to an hour long of back and forth. No, but why did you ask me?
I know that has happened many times. Right now, the predicament that we're in is she came into the studio, and she said she's having a problem because it's a little hotter outside today, and
it's 55 this morning.
It was cold this morning, but I guess the sun is straight up out right now, and her phone got too hot outside cleaning the pool.
Oh, did it do the thing where it shuts down?
Yeah. Her phone like rebelled against her and shut down because it was too hot. And she goes, "I put it in the freezer." And I said, "Don't put it in the freezer." And she goes, "Why not? I got to cool it down, right?" It's just like, you can't go from one extreme to the other here. The poor iPhone is really dealing with it
Heart
right
of
now.
gold, that Courtney.
Not the best with tech repair.
But imagine if you forget about it and it's just, or put soda in the freezer just to get it cold and then all of a sudden exploded Coke everywhere.
Yeah, so she took the phone
But
out
I feel
of
like
the
the
freezer.
phone, I mean, okay, you shouldn't go from one extreme to another with anything. Like, that's how your pans get warped, you know, by if you pour cold water in a hot pan, then it's going to...
What are you talking to here?
But, like, I feel like with the phone, if you leave a phone in the freezer for too long, it's not going to do much to it. It's just going to be a cold phone, right?
You don't think so? I would have thought that you're freezing like all the parts in there. I don't know how that works.
I don't
It's
either,
above my pay
actually.
grade, but I think if you put like electronics in the freezer, it's no good, right?
I think it's like putting cigarettes in the refrigerator. I don't know why people do it. I don't know.
Wait, are there people that just put their phones in the freezer?
No, I'm Googling it.
Okay, we got to get to the bottom of this one.
So the screen and backlight performance will wane and the battery will drain. Okay, I feel like that is...
Give the old wane and drain.
Yeah.
Hold on. First question for us. We obviously know, and all three of us, I'm sure, have had this happen. If your iPhone gets hot enough, just like happened to Courtney's, it'll give you that little message, and it'll say the phone's too hot, it's shutting down. Is there a polar opposite of that? Is there your phone is too cold, and we're going to shut down?
It's like three little bears for iPhones.
I don't know if I don't know how this works. It just seems like it will be bad. It seems like it's not the best thing. Lee Rhodes said, "My iPhone shut down from being too cold when skiing in Colorado a couple of times." So I guess that can happen. It just seems like it would be a bad thing for chips and electronic stuff and all of that. Anyhow, I don't believe that Ben Affleck is any reason people don't like Jennifer Lopez.
Digress.
And that's why I don't believe. I think Jennifer Lopez is just fine. She may have just kind of.
She got ripped apart for her, like, that Vogue 20 questions thing, where they follow you in your house.
Why was it out of touch? Or
they're like, because they're all things like, she's from New York, she's from the Bronx, Jenny from the block. And then everyone from New York's like, no, you're not. After saying all of the things, which included, like, what's your go-to order from the bodega? And she's like, ham and cheese roll and orange drink. If you know, you know.
Okay.
And
is
then
that not
everyone
right?
from New York's like, we don't know.
She got
we have
stolen
no
valor.
idea what you're talking about.
You got to watch that stuff because New Yorkers they're territorial. If you falsely claim,
I'm getting
one of those
so tired of if you know, you know.
Because you don't know.
I'm
it's like sorry, not sorry.
It's like it's like I'm cool. You're not. You obviously don't know. If you did,
you want
would.
people to share the secrets with you? Is that what you want?
It's not fun being left out.
I don't think
It's
there are
true.
secrets.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
When
If
you
you know, you know.
when you show up to like if you show up to like Raising Cane's Chicken and you get the 3-piece tendies and you go Raising Cane's, if you know, you know. It's not a secret. I can just go to get the same 3-piece tendies.
Now this makes me want to keep you out of the loop on a couple of things.
Like
and
what?
just- I don't know
If
yet.
you knew, you would.
If you know, yeah. If you know, you know.
Yeah, you want to keep me out of the loop and then hashtag it IYKYK. Just
Here's
to
what we're gonna
piss
do.
me
It
off.
took me forever to figure out what that was.
We're going to launch another merch drop soon, a shirt.
If you know,
And
you know.
we're never going to show it to C-Lane. We'll somehow keep it completely away
It's
from
possible.
him,
We can make it work.
and he will never know. He will constantly be on the outside of this.
Oh, Sean, remember the
If
thing
you
I
could
told you in
pull
the
that
top pack?
off,
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know.
I mean, if we get that, if that works.
If we can get that, it would be a big
if
deal.
you guys can pull it off, about selling a T-shirt.
We're not
to
talking about that. We're
everybody.
talking about
No,
the
we
other
got
thing.
other things too.
Oh, cool, yeah. If I knew, I would know.
Exactly.
Apparently,
This is actually a new piece of equipment that they're going to be putting into the studio.
My studio.
Yeah. And I think if we could get it, it would be really, really cool.
Oh, for sure. But I mean,
and if I
you
don't
definitely
know,
would have
who's
to
going
know.
to teach you how to run it?
We will know, and so will everyone else except for you.
Yeah,
We'll
you're
know
gonna have
if
to.
you know.
All right, this turned into bullying.
Speaking of the, I know. And speaking of the studio, I have donated a hefty paper towel roll to the studio for everyone to use. But that does not mean to steal the entire thing.
Somebody
And now
took the whole roll?
Now I'm going to have to send a whole station-wide, maybe even company-wide email asking people to return things.
I can't wait for the thread of
Hashtag if you know, you know.
take me off this thread emails for that.
That was going to be
Do
great.
you suspect that maybe somebody ran out of toilet paper and they said, all right,
Oof, they're poor BH.
I've had to do it
those were
in
rough.
a pinch.
I'm sorry?
In a pinch, I've had it. I've done it before. It's awkward. It's too large
You
of a
should have
sheet.
pinched instead.
It was, but you got to do what you got to do.
Hey, if you know,
Otherwise,
you know.
why is somebody just grabbing a whole roll of paper towels?
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break.
Anyway, J-Lo, Ben Affleck. Here we go.
This is us bouncing around. When we return, restaurants are in big trouble, say the experts. Why? You're not going to believe this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on the off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to Conroy Road. The off-ramp center lane is blocked there. And on Florida's Turnpike, they're still working on that accident southbound at Canoe Creek Road. The right lane is still blocked. Travel with caution through there. No major problems on State Road 429. Traffic is up to speed on the Greenway. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. Florida 529 prepaid college plans can be used in-state or out at public, private, trade, and technical schools nationwide. Enrolling is quick, and plans now start at just $34 a month. Florida prepaid open enrollment ends April 30th.
ePass saves you time and money on tolls. Plus, the sticker's free. Facts that Jen here didn't know.
Hey man, why are you dragging me into this?
Because you could be saving on tolls with a free ePass sticker.
Okay, I'll do it when I get home and maybe I'll win that $100 in free tolls.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that, Mr. Big Voice Guy? One person today, now through May 5th, will win $100 in tolls. Just sign up for a free ePass sticker at getepass.com.
See getepass.com for official rules and details.
Looking for more than just a job? If you're mechanically inclined, an auto mechanic, certified welder, machinist, or a CDL driver with a strong work ethic, Ring Power, your North and Central Florida Caterpillar dealer, is the place. Whether you're beginning a career or making a change, Ring Power has apprenticeship and paid training for qualified candidates to help become skilled technicians. Join us at our Orlando facility career fair on Saturday, April 27th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information or to pre-register, visit jobfair.ringpower.com/Orlando. Join a winning team. Join Ring Power.
Enjoying the news, Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
It starts with heart, determination, and drive. Orlando, it's the 2024 playoffs. Everybody in. Presented by Advent Health. Learn more at orlandomagic.com/playoffs.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings, all for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with My Name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Hi, I'm Graham Class, host of Technically Speaking, an Intel podcast. Join me for Season 2 as we explore the future of technology evolving today. In each episode, I'll speak with the minds transforming medicine, healthcare, retail, entertainment, personal computing, and more with the help of AI. Join me every other Tuesday and explore the latest technology changing our world today and creating a more accessible tomorrow. Listen to Technically Speaking, an Intel podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Mainlining today's top stories. You're listening to the News Junkie, Sean Lawson.
You don't. We got new people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I guess is a thing people care about. I think it's like, is that in Cleveland? That's in Cleveland, isn't it?
It is. The actual Rock Hall is in Cleveland. That's the museum that you can go visit. The ceremonies are usually in like L.A. or New York.
Okay, yeah, they want to do it in like, big city where all the celebrities will be close and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, they're not trying to make all these rock stars fly to Cleveland.
No, that ain't happening. Mary J. Blige is now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You could argue about what is rock music a lot over this. People tend to do. It's kind of boring now.
That's the thing that I think people, and sometimes myself included, need to just kind of come to terms with, come to grips with. You need to accept that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is named rock and roll, but it is every year, little by little, becoming a music Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Just like
it died, man.
Just like music television. Little by little became just a TV station that plays ridiculousness.
Yeah, I think what happened is it just became a catch-all. And they said, well, we're not going to do another Hall of Fame. We're going to have but they wanted to spotlight more bands. So Dave Matthews Band is in. Congratulations, C-Lane.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
I'm not in it.
Yeah, but you've been supporting them. I mean, you certainly have contributed to their status as a rock and roll band.
I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no big surprise.
How many times
there.
again? 45?
53, 54.
Whoa, that's a lot of Dave Matthews concerts.
That is nothing compared to some of the real crazy Dave fans.
You think some people are in the 3-figure range?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
I think I've known a guy that's been in the 3-figure range for a long, long time.
Not with vagina, I imagine.
No, I don't actually know. I've never asked him. But no, he's been there for a long time. And I was thinking about this the other day because it used to be like kind of special to people and to the band to be like to meet somebody who's been like, I've been at 50 shows. And I remember hearing a story where like, some guy had a sign up that was like, this is my 50th show. And he got like a meet and greet for after the show. Oh. They've been around so damn long that there's got to be way too many people to facilitate that anymore.
Yeah, it would be like undoable. That's kind of crazy that they have that. Who have you seen the most,
Sean?
Boy, I don't even know. I've seen bands multiple times for sure, but the band I've seen the most would probably only be like 3 times.
Okay.
I think I've seen Green Day 3 times, maybe. Rancid would be the band I've seen the most. I've probably seen Rancid. probably 4 times, I would guess, and traveled to see them. And then under that would be Say Anything. I've seen Say Anything live.
Them too. Remember that crap song that you paid him to say?
That was so bad.
You're like, this is not what we're looking for, man, but okay.
I was so excited about that, too.
Me too, all of us.
This is going to be cool.
And it was I think he's the one that killed This Week in Cats.
Uh-huh.
Like, he kind of just ripped the rug of excitement from under us. And also not a lot of cat news. Mine is between definitely Beyonce and Brand New. I think I've seen.
Oh, yeah?
I've seen them 6 or 7 times. Beyonce the same.
Yeah, we're way behind C-Lane.
So much
50.
money.
Let's see. I've seen Billy Joel 10 times, I think.
10?
Jesus.
Jason Mraz, a handful. OAR, I've seen a bunch. 311.
Share that second one too much.
311. What's wrong with Jason Mraz?
He goes right past Jason Mraz.
Jason Mraz is fine. Jason Mraz's older stuff is much better. He's fine. He's a great singer.
He has a great personality.
Doesn't seem like you agree with that.
That damn fedora is what drives me insane.
Nobody claims Jason Mraz. That's the problem, right? Nobody's like, who do I like? Jason Mraz. Number 1, baby. I love him.
Okay, but he could still fill up the Dr. Phillips Center.
True. Yeah. What's that song?
That's a couple hundred people just not claiming him.
They give a lot of free tickets out.
I'm not saying that he doesn't have people who buy tickets. They may do that.
See, I don't know what happened, but there was a big target put on you for the last 2 seconds.
That's fine.
I apologize. I didn't know.
That's
if
fine.
I knew.
Jason Mraz fan club seems like a bunch of nerds. I don't know why that is, but it just seems that way.
Yeah, but he likes pot now. It became like a big pot.
Oh, did he?
advocate, so
Okay. Maybe he's a little edgier these days. Who knows?
Are you saying that he wasn't into pot before?
No, but he's always like, I'm smoking weed. I'm yours. I'm weed.
I'm weed?
I'm weed. That's when it gets really hot.
You done packed up that bowl.
Foreigner is also in. Peter Frampton, Cool in the Gang, Ozzy Osbourne, and A Tribe Called Quest. And then the Music Excellence Award goes to Jimmy Buffett, old school punk band MC5, Dionne Warwick.
Oasis was supposed to be inducted, and they're like, they can go F themselves.
They were nominated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you saying that Oasis
refuses?
Okay, they might. I wouldn't be surprised. They seem like the kind that would do it.
Yeah. That seems like exactly down their alley.
There's other ones that just like some of the bands that aren't together but get inducted is hilarious because like the lead singer won't show up, so it's just the rest of the guys, and you're just like, all right,
hello people.
You know who I would be really a little bit on edge about? I think the concert that you've gone to the most maybe tells more about you than we're thinking. Like the concert that you've gone to the most time, it reads a little bit into who you are. And I feel like, is there a person out there who goes, oh, I've seen Cannibal Corpse 555 times. And then
they're a fun band.
But immediately I'm like,
I don't even think their tour manager admits to that.
Immediately I'm thinking,
have you seen that guy's neck? It's wild.
And I don't know, because with me, for really, really heavy metal bands like Cannibal Corpse or Morbid Angel, it's so foreign to me that you would drive around listening to that music in your vehicle. I brought this up before on the show.
Oh, my God, all the time.
It's so, to me, like, some of it I can understand. I leave the station
after you guys annoyed the crap out of me, and it is full-blown metal.
Just double bass drums.
Oh,
so Cannibal Corpse has me and Sean to thank for some of their streaming numbers.
Absolutely.
Okay. Good for them. They've got
You're welcome.
Called Go F Yourself that I listen to.
Ozempic
At least you
users.
stopped sharing it on Facebook.
God, remember that?
Yeah.
New listeners, Rochester, Dallas. It turns out that there was a feature years ago in which you would play a playlist on the streaming app, and it would post to your Facebook what you were listening to. And I did not know that until someone reached out via text saying, oh, you're listening to my sex playlist, smiley face right now? Then I changed the settings. A little bit about me.
You know, they should be more clear about where that's going to post.
Thank you.
Well,
a little more obvious.
Even Pornhub has a feature to share which video you're looking at, and why would anybody ever click that?
Ozempic users are spending less money at restaurants, a survey has
What?
This is the least surprising thing. And
I hope you're on your seats.
All of 2024, GLP-1s, which is a really dumb way to call all these things the same thing. Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound, Ozempic, all of them together. They said that this is hitting the market so hard that restaurants are feeling it, and there's people coming in eating much less. And they said a couple of CEOs from food companies have been calling some of the experts out there in finance, trying to figure out what they should do here. They said about 63% of the roughly 300 people on a GLP-1 medication that the bank surveyed said they're spending less money a month eating out at restaurants since they started taking the drug.
They should just come up with a smaller portion. Call it the Zempi meal. Just get get you a Zempi meal. It doesn't have any really fries because you just got the burger or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Small things.
And maybe a little bit cheaper since it's not as much that you're getting. You get a little discount.
I mean, but did we need this this study or this article, or do we need people to really think about this?
Someone's got to pay the bills.
Nobody's putting up articles going, you know what? Recovering alcoholics are spending less money at bars.
Oh, by the way, the Step-A-P on Twitch says, I've seen Sabby's Little Helpers the most. That's who they've seen the most times.
Well, we broke up.
Well, geez, big news.
Until the next Just Okay.
All right, what we're going to do is play a couple of dispatches real quick and see what's going on with you. Here is the big show talking about celebrities in New York because Alec Baldwin had a run-in with some lunatic. Here goes nothing.
News Junkies, your boy Big Show here. So I'm originally from New York City, and when I moved to Florida in 2012, then I moved back to New York City. The whole time I lived there, you saw celebrities on the train, walking, just like they're normal people. I've seen Alec Baldwin a couple times. I've seen Adam Sandler, Chris Rock in the mall, just walking like normal people. I've seen rappers and singers and
they must
in the grocery store and whatnot.
Unless maybe New Yorkers are just different and they're kind of used to it and they don't bother the celebrities.
It's kind of like people in Ocala not bothering old Travolta.
Oh,
He's
they leave him alone.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's easy to forget about.
He lives in that airport neighborhood where everybody has a runway and a driveway.
He's got big money at this point. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
How do you guys sit when you relax?
I sit like a woman because I cross my legs lengthwise, knee over knee. You son of a bitch. I hate Jack Bradshaw.
I grabbed a pen.
Yeah, you grabbed a pen so you can make a time so that you can pull I sit like a woman.
Yeah.
And I just gave it to him again.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Tuesday forecast. And the rest of today will feature plenty of sunshine and really nice temperatures. Despite cooler temperatures this morning, we'll expect highs to bounce back into the upper 70s and low 80s this afternoon with a high of 80 degrees in Orlando. Some upper level clouds will give way to a filtered sunshine look at times, but otherwise we stay rain free through the end of the week with highs approaching the upper 80s by Thursday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. Florida Prepaid College Plans work great alongside scholarships and financial aid. And now, prepaid plans start at just $34 a month. That's the lowest price in 10 years. Don't miss your chance to lock in 2024 plan prices. Florida Prepaid Open Enrollment ends April 30th.
Join the Monsters in the Morning for a live broadcast and a chance to make a difference and help raise funds for the UBIC Food Pantry. Friday, May 3rd at San Jose's original Mexican restaurant, now open in Altamont Springs. Reinvent your tradition. Join Russ, Angel, and Ryan, along with Amber Nova, Angelique, Daisy Del Toro, Sabrina, and Savannah for a May 3rd Cinco de Mayo celebration. Donate $50 or more and get ready for the ultimate thrill. Have one of the gals give you a tequila slap shot. If we raise over $5,000, 4 of the gals will give Russ Rollins a slap shot. And if over $10,000 is raised, Savannah will slap the snot out of Russ. Enjoy a Monsters Margarita and join us for an epic Cinco de Mayo celebration. Friday, May 3rd at San Jose Original Mexican Kitchen in Altamont Springs. Get more information at realradio.fm/slap. That's realradio.fm/slap.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from the Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
Turn up the cleanliness at your restaurant, healthcare, or industrial business with Alsco Uniforms, the official sponsor of the Orlando Magic Mop Crew. We've got you covered with crisp uniforms, hygienically clean linens, floor mats, and of course mops delivered weekly. But that's not all. Alsco Uniforms also offers weekly services for first aid and restroom supplies. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms. Visit alsco.com to learn more. Again, that's ALSCO.com.
Need a reboot? RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. This month I'll help you reboot your old ride and save up to $8,000 on a new Mitsubishi. So if you've been dreaming of driving a new RC Hill Mitsubishi, don't get your wires crossed, because my team works hard every day and that's what makes us different. But hurry, a deal this good will shut down fast. I'm RC Hill and I'm your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. See all my trendy rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the Injury Law from Kaufman Lind. Dude, I'm behind you. I can see you texting on your phone. Put the phone down. You know it's a crime. In the state of Florida, it's actually a misdemeanor to get caught texting on your phone. I know you're going to claim you weren't, but either TikToking, Facebook, texting, I don't know what you're doing. But when you get home and you want to see a good TikTok, go to Kaufman Lind. For more information, contact me at whenyoudothis.com or dial pound 546 on your cell. Office Orlando.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like One Hit Wonders.
This is the story of a girl. I'm not sick, but I'm not well.
Just search One Hit Wonders and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Frank Gay has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with a tune-up for only $89 for a limited time. Friendly, speedy, and expert service. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is
It didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday, a Share the Show Tuesday. In fact, thank you for spreading the word about the News Junkie radio show and this fine radio station. We do appreciate that. Don't know what's happening tomorrow or the rest of the week. Right now we're just trying to get through each day of the show. So
Sure.
We'll see how it goes. You may just have Sabrina and C-Lane, maybe Josh, and maybe Fritz hanging out. Everything's kind of touch and go right now because of some stuff I got going on, which I'll get into at some point, but it's just absolutely, it's miserable. So, all right, let's get into the final dispatches. Let's see what we got here. We'll start it out with this one. Here is My Cousin Mose talking about small meals, I guess because of the Ozempic stuff. Uh-oh, hang on. That's my fault right there. I got this down.
Smaller meals at restaurants? Yeah. They're called appetizers.
Not technically.
Not necessarily.
Have you had a trio before?
An
TGI
appetizer.
Fridays?
An appetizer's like a shareable, usually.
Nobody
Kids' meal, smaller.
Nobody wants to eat a whole bloomin' onion, and that's their meal.
Watch your mouth, yeah.
I absolutely do. And I could do it, and then I'll just be miserable afterwards.
My favorite thing is I order Uber Eats and then open up the bag and they give me 4 utensils. And I'm like, you thought this was for a small family?
Little do you know.
Great.
Here's I'm a PC blaming the boomers.
Wait, so let me get this straight. Boomers blame millennials and Gen Z for restaurants going out of business because we can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
But then when boomers take Ozempic and they don't spend as much money at these restaurants, they blame Ozempic instead of boomers.
Round and round we go. It's just a difficult world out there, no matter where you are. One more. Here is BDM. You know what? We're not going to do that one. Here is AJ Soup talking about tomorrow being a special day.
Hey there, junkies.
Hey.
I just wanted to say that tomorrow is a very special day. And I wanted to make Sabrina aware that there is a package that was shipped UPS on its way to iHeart HQ. The tracking says it's going to get there today, but like today by 7, so it won't get there before the end of the show. So you will be able to get that tomorrow.
Just hang out.
So I just wanted to say, I hope you have a lovely evening, Sabrina, and I hope you have an incredibly happy birthday tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Birthday is Thursday, but I will go ahead and celebrate starting tomorrow. If you want.
Better earlier on the birthday than late. Because late is, the implication is that you just forgot. Like I told that story about the year when my dad, both my sister, my brother, and I, all three of us, we forgot that it was my dad's birthday one year. And he didn't tap anybody. We had moved out. I don't think anybody was living at home anymore. But he didn't say anything about it. He just waited until weeks later when we all realized that we had missed his birthday. It's just
my friend had a roommate that happened to as well. They forgot his birthday, and he held on to it for a while.
See, I live in such fear that I made both of you guys sign the birthday card, and I delivered with balloon and flowers to our boss, Big Bird Linda, a month before her birthday.
You got to get in early. That's real
Thank you so much for the card, but it is nowhere near my birthday right now.
All right, here
also,
we go.
No one's ever called her Big Bird.
Big Bird Linda. Well, it'll catch on now.
If you know, you know.
She's not with us necessarily at the station.
Still
anymore.
alive.
Yeah, she is. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut, and we start with this. The city of Baltimore is saying the cargo ship that struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge was, quote, clearly unseaworthy, unquote, when it left the Baltimore port last month from some court documents. And they're very right about that, as was evidenced by the fact that
why did it leave the Baltimore port then?
I don't know.
It wasn't seaworthy, but you let it leave Baltimore, and then it came back, and you're like, oh, we shouldn't have done that.
Do they have to allow that to happen? Because if they do, you're right. They should have put the brakes on it before they got out there in the water. I don't know how the rules are.
Do you have to let it get somewhere where it can be repaired, can't you? Don't you?
My maritime law is not what it should be. I am very, very, very rusty in the maritime law world. All right, that's it. Let's just get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. Here goes nothing. This may predate you guys a little bit, but your clue is J-Lo was there. Today I Learned this show.
Living Color?
That's right. In Living Color is correct. She was one of the fly girls, I think, or In Living Color, just dancing in the background and stuff. The writers of In Living Color would put decoy sketches in the script packets that they would give to the Fox executives because those were the folks who would censor the episodes. So they would preoccupy them and get them all tied up with these fake skits so that they could get whatever they wanted to on the live show.
Nice.
And that's from Firestein, one of the people who was involved in this. Said we put decoy sketches in the script packets to give to Fox executives. Today I learned Annette Oberstrad claims to have won a $4,180 per person poker multi-table tournament, playing completely blind, only looking at her cards once. She went on to become the youngest person to win a World Series of Poker bracelet and held the record for the largest payout to a female player. Annette Oberstrad, born in 1988, also a Norwegian YouTuber. Today I learned cork. Just got a little, I don't know. Cork flooring and wine corks are created using the bark of the cork oak tree.
Jesus,
they don't
Sean.
cut the tree down for this.
You're not going to with that.
They go and harvest it, and they just like get a little bit of cork, and then the tree lives.
Why
and
is
it
it
grows
so
back.
rare then?
I don't know. It regenerates quickly enough to be harvested every 7 years. The cork oak isn't harmed. It's therefore a sustainable resource. So just know that, folks, if you're out there buying some things.
Thanks, cork.
And something's made of cork, now you know what's going on. All right. And
as long as you make sure you're soaking that cork.
Finally, starts to sound real bad. Today I learned this guy.
Michael McDonald. No, George Michael.
George Michael is correct. This man was busy. George Michael used to smoke 25 joints a day.
All right.
According to an interview. That's a lot. That is a lot of joints in one day. He says in the old days.
Today's weed, he wouldn't have gotten anything done.
No. He said in the bad old days, I was smoking around 25 spliffs a day. I was worried I'd do damage to my voice. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone.